Welcome to the Pritchard Butt Pub. Tonight, hold on to your kahunas and your pences, because we've got Kahuna and we've got Pence, and we've got my annoyed, done with my shit husband, AC Pritchard, and myself.
Woo!
Welcome.
Woo!
How's everybody?
Doing good.
Oh, I'm doing great.
Oh, that
Nice.
is so hot.
Whoa.
You looking
Oh,
at me?
hell yeah.
Gun?
I know I vowed to never lust over another man, but
Bro.
okay, it's over.
She had that on this whole time.
That's not the
For
only
those-
prosthetic that comes with this thing.
For those listening,
There you
he just took a fake horse head off, and we
Oh.
were
Who
we
says
were
it's
chilling
fake?
backstage.
That's a unicorn.
It was a unicorn.
Yeah.
For sure, it was a unicorn. Yeah, you can see the
Damn,
horn.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Dude, you were wearing that the whole time backstage?
Oh yeah, dude.
We were chilling for like an hour.
I could have taken we were there so long. I could have just taken it off, but no, I'd rather just sweat it out in there. You know.
Oh, you're
Dude.
serious. Okay.
Determined. That's why I like you. That's awesome.
good. I'm glad.
Well, we got. That's right. We actually got a screen to share here. There we go. Well, I'll just leave it like that. There we go.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Pence looks
Alright.
the same as the unicorn, if anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
Totally.
Actually, we've never even seen him. Or Stormcrow.
Or Storm.
Or who else?
A few others.
Yeah.
Pictures
There's-
exist.
Yeah, it happens.
I think Stormcrow's waiting until he's like actually published something before he like reveals his identity, kind of thing. But you know,
It'll be a big deal.
Yeah, we'll have a big reveal.
Unmasking the crow.
yeah, that's a weird thing too. He's tall, like he's a tall guy, and that
Is
it changed. Like I found that out about him, like talking to him. I'm like changed my whole perception of him too. It's like, oh wow, you make me look like a small man. All right.
Stormcrow does not seem like he would be tall. He seems like a very medium-heighted man.
Like you might. Yeah, I imagined average.
Yeah.
But I guess I wouldn't be surprised.
But he's not very average. He's pretty awesome.
That's true.
No, he's really
Tall
cool.
personality, tall man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to be on here tonight, but he's hanging with his mama. Can't blame him for that.
Gotta-
Family's
Gotta make family time.
important. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
There's a lot wrong with the gas prices, though.
Oh yeah, I saw
That's true.
pictures from Paladin Dragoon. I think it was of like $8 per gallon.
Wonder what that was. It's expensive here in Washington, but it's not usually that bad.
It's like
Oh,
$5 here in Arizona.
She's laughing at
What
your
in the-
your meme that you posted, Kahuna.
Oh.
Kahuna the title.
the like the walrus run, or yeah.
Can you post that so
Yeah.
everyone can see?
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
screen
I'll
share?
pull that
Oh,
up
yeah,
while we
that's-
talk here.
Thank you.
I'll pull that up while we talk.
I was trying to come up with some like a new picture. I'm like, I don't need a new picture. I can just like post his logo and then like one of mine, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, backstage.
amazing.
What were we talking about? A lot of stuff. We were talking like research we've done because I think your dad's a sailor, right?
He's a connoisseur for sure. Yeah, he loves sailing.
Oh yeah, that would have came in handy when I was
You told me about
writing
them.
writing a novel.
Didn't you?
No.
Do you like them?
No, I had never heard of it.
Yes, you have. What are you talking about?
Maybe not.
You told me about them.
But then there's
Kidding
this.
me right now?
I've never heard of them. There's
That's
this.
not accurate. Because I've never heard of them until you told me about them. I can't handle this.
Oh,
Yes.
it's not even well done. I was so lazy with it.
Low effort memes are the best though.
I know.
I think it's
Dude,
pretty
it's
well
the
done.
best. One of my favorite things to do on this show is just plop things onto the screen like that. It's so
Just-
fun.
Pop things
Yeah.
on there. Yeah.
Like people are talking, serious conversation, and then just like Mark Zuckerberg meme,
Nice.
you know.
So how
I
do you
think-
feel about duck rapists? No.
Yeah. And then this
Do
pops up.
manatees rape ducks? What?
Wait a second. Whoa. The problem with that whole picture there is it's not wholly wrong. It's just
Is that a Subaru behind you? What is that?
Lexus.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
Ain't you fancy, boy?
Oh, it ain't mine. I don't even touch that thing.
Oh.
There we go. Boom.
Touch it. I dare you.
Touch the butt. Speaking of which, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as Royce would say, be like Nemo and touch the butt.
Oh wait! You guys know like that meme. Lexus.
That's awesome.
So tonight we are going to play a fancy little game called Two Truths and a Lie to get to know each other better.
Hell yeah.
And who wants to go first? Should we do the Cards Against Humanity rules where the last person to poop goes?
Who pooped
I've never
last?
heard
Who pooped
that.
last? Yeah, it's in the official rules. Whoever pooped last goes first. And then it
Oh,
goes
that's my
clockwise.
bad. I don't read instructions when it comes to games. We just
Oh, man.
I'll leave over from my uncle. We just play. Like he'll like glance over. You're like, this is how we play.
Dude, that sounds like an uncle rule, though, doesn't it?
Oh, it
Like
does
the,
for sure.
the crazy uncle's like, all right, so whoever pooped last is who goes first.
What sign are you? Are you a Leo or a Libra or what is it? What are you? Why you be crazy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. I think I'm a Capricorn if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive.
What's your
Interesting.
birthday?
January 18th.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
We're sign neighbors. Wait,
Oh, nice.
Pence, what is yours again? I can't even remember.
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, okay.
Geminis are good.
Yeah, Geminis are cool.
The only reason I have any idea is that there's this Tongan girl I was dating for a while, and she's like, "Oh, hey, we're sign buddies." I'm like, "What does that mean?" And she broke the whole thing down for me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, cool."
You and Andy are both earth signs.
That's where I get cool. That's where I get interested in it is when they're like elements. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like Avatar. I'm Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Earth and water over here. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. It's like being told you have a rare disease and you just don't care. You're like, oh, cool.
Well, you are a Capricorn.
Hey,
It's a
I
rare
have no
disease.
idea if that's offensive or not.
Is it?
Well,
Capricorns? Rare disease?
I call them
Tarot reader?
I call them crappercorns.
Crap.
Oh no! What did I do to deserve them?
Well, my brother's
Didn't
a
do anything.
Cancer, and that has the word cancer in it.
I love telling people like you
That-
are a Cancer.
No, not your sign. I mean your personality.
Yeah, your personality. You're a Cancer, like, dude. Yeah,
Look
Oh,
at these
damn.
boys are being.
Oh,
Rose
good
just on our lap. Right.
yeah.
This is his
Slightly on
booties.
camera.
And then Orcus is laying in the same donut or like a J shape on the bed right by my feet. So
Mhm.
they're being legit. You want to say hi, Ro? Mwah! Who's such
Oh,
a good
hey, buddy.
boy?
Oh.
You pointy-eared bad boys. No, you're a good boy. Anyway,
They're
This
just
is
chilling.
going to turn into like a dog petting stream now.
Yeah. And this
so
is our Rolo. Look at him. Look at
he
him.
is.
Like weird dog fur ASMR, just like
All right, you guys. I haven't pooped in like a week, so I'll go
She's
last. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
There was somebody I knew in
Oh.
high school that was a Wednesday pooper, she said.
Why
what?
were you talking to some bitch about her poop in high school?
She was just saying it at the lunch
Slut?
table.
No.
Well, did you have a thing for her? Because you said that when I sat down and talked about my butthole at your
No.
table, that's why you knew you were going to marry me.
It's just as baby mama, for your information. Wednesday pooper. Now
That's
you know.
gross. Maybe you should have outed her on her.
That's all right.
all of the things that have been said on this stream, and that's what we're worried about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
jeez.
yeah, shit happens.
Oh, man.
Some people.
So,
on Wednesdays.
what'd you say, Sia?
I said for some people on Wednesdays.
I know, right?
That's not good, man.
She like watched the show and she's like, I'm gonna time it every Wednesday.
Healthy is like 1 to 2 times a day.
Yeah,
Maybe skipping a day once in a while if you don't eat, maybe, or
I'm pretty sure.
medications.
I'm pretty
fuck
sure you are supposed to go every day.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
That's what I've
Yeah.
heard, but I don't know. I feel like they say opposite shit every other week anyway.
Or if you're our old roommate, like 15 plus times a day, he spent almost every fucking minute in the bathroom using so much toilet paper, dude. Shit all over the toilet.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
sound effects.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, all that.
Dude, he would
Sound like that character from Dumb and Dumber.
no, he would come out of the fucking shower. Like, so it's like our room door, and I'd be in there, the room door is open, and he'd like come out and naked and like, I'm coming out, I'm naked, I forgot a towel. And he'd like every time go to the closet in the hallway, and I'm just like, you know,
And you
I
just
don't
grab a
even
little
know.
hand towel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
all of my hand towels were always missing. He would refuse to use a normal towel, and I'm like, dude, stop using my hand towels to dry off.
Oh my god.
That's the dude we got an order for protection against.
Well, he sounds like a monster. I don't blame
And
you.
Yeah.
luckily, so I got an order for protection ex parte because shit hit the fan, and he ended up moving out with a cop there, you know, because a cop had to be there because the order was granted. And then he left the key and an address, changed his address through the post office, and left with the cop there. And if he didn't do that, he would have been able to move in. He was refusing to move out, basically saying you have to whatever, and like shit hit the fan. And I didn't lie in the order for protection either, but they told me that the police. So when we went to court, as evidence, I brought police reports that the cops urged me to get, because when I called the cops on him, they're like, hey, you should get these police reports. I can't talk about it. But the FBI was investigating him, and they almost did a no-knock raid on our house when our baby was like 2 weeks old. And the only reason they didn't is because his car was on the street and they didn't know what fucking house he was in. And the judge threw it out saying it was hearsay, even though it was only cops in the report talking. And then she allowed his evidence, which was arguments about rental stuff, which had nothing to do with him proving he's not a threat or a danger. So yeah, it was pretty fucked up. And he was like always talking about how he was gonna kill cops and shit. He was unfucking hinged. But he also when he moved in, he said that he had a disorderly conduct against him. And we found out it was domestic assault against his own mom.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
So
I've met a couple of those. Yeah, they're just gems, aren't they?
Orcus, hold on, I gotta mute us.
Yeah. Bear with us here.
No worries. Dog.
Speaking of bear with us, a friend of mine, they had a bear in his residential neighborhood recently, and it wasn't bothering anyone, but I think someone freaked out and went out there and popped it real quick. Unfortunately, either that or they called the cops and did it. It's like, oh, that's a shame. Like, you don't want bears around a lot of people, but it's still, not a lot of fun. That's something too. A buddy of mine, he has a crazy bear story that I've asked him if I could interview him on my channel at some point, and kind of want to. He has this crazy story about how he's not a hunter and he's never owned it, or he doesn't, up until recently, he hasn't had a firearm, but he has a bear pelt from a bear that was attacking some of his property. Because his lion killed it.
What?
Yeah. So, like, to make a long story short, he owns 4 African lions. 2 of them are here in the States. And they have their enclosure. And the enclosure, the fence legally has to be 15 feet tall, and it has to have a 45-degree, like, fence going in like this, so they can't, like, crawl up and escape. Well, that doesn't prevent anything from crawling in because of the direction they go. So the bear crawled in there, and his lion went there and munched on its head. Jesus. Like right away. So,
are you wearing a black lei?
Yeah, kukui nut.
Oh hell yeah!
What is it called?
This is kukui nut.
Kukui nut.
Huh. Yep. No, Hawaiian torches used to be made of this because they have a natural type of oil in them, and so they'd wrap kukui nuts around a stick and they'd light it on fire. And the natural
nuts?
Kukui.
Kukui.
Yeah.
With a T?
No T. It's
K.
Kukui.
Kukui.
There you go. Yeah, I know you got it.
Kukui nuts.
Yeah.
Which sounds like something out of Zelda.
Yeah, so they made it on torches
We got Pence, we got Kahunas, we got nuts, we got it all.
We got all the
So what about torches?
Oh, they have a natural kind of oil in them, and so the ancient Hawaiians used to wrap them around sticks, and they would light them on fire, and that would be their torch in their lighting system at night.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because
That's really
it
awesome.
would burn for a long, long time, and it wasn't typically very dangerous. Is a interesting way of doing it. Yeah.
Oh, so people would be learning shit when they're watching us.
the best things
man.
in the best inspiration for stories is real life.
True.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like I invented like 2 different fantasy substances like that, basically just for the purpose of light and like fire. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So it sounds a lot like the kukui nut, basically.
No, and that's the thing too. Is sometimes like you're doing something, you're writing, or you're getting like world building, and you're like, oh man, that's such a good idea, and then you read a book, and you're like,
oh,
someone
Yeah.
it's not someone thought about it. It already existed in real life a long time.
Right. Yeah. No kidding.
really?
Or
In
you
my
find,
world-
just find stuff that's weirder in real life.
Oh yeah, things are a
Usually,
lot weirder.
Yeah. It's like that. There's that type of shellfish in Australia. It's like the fastest acting neurotoxin known to man. It kills like 2 minutes or less. Like it touches you, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like your whole nervous system just shuts down.
It's just like a shock.
Oh,
What?
I thought I heard a poof, and I was right.
Oh, the dog.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
No,
So
you guys-
that was anticipatory or what?
Well, no, I think she got some.
No, you guys have no idea. These dogs, one of them butt right next to my face, and it was like, and I felt the wind from it.
Oh,
no.
Oh, boy. That's never good.
I think I know which
That's so
which truths I might have to tell in this stream. Then.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say that's one of my truths.
I
But
think I'm gonna have to.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay,
they're,
who wants
pretty bad, but yeah.
who wants to go first?
I'll
Who
go
took
first.
it
I'll
down?
go first.
We
Okay,
still haven't
okay.
established who dunked
Dude.
last.
Stop. No, you can go fucking. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but Kahuna
Yeah.
goes first.
That's right,
It's
AC.
okay, Rolly.
Yeah.
Rolly, he got self-conscious about his fart because I was like, oh, and then he walked away, but now he's back, so I think I made him feel bad. It's okay, baby.
About
I
his
put up
fart.
with your stinky booties. Give me a kiss.
Dog stream.
I
Dog
love you
pet
no
stream.
matter how stinky your beehole is.
All right. So are we gonna start with we each got 3 things, 2 truths and a lie. Are we each gonna just start with one thing?
I think we
Yeah,
just.
we'll go
I think we need to go through all 3 of them for one person at once. Otherwise, it'll be
Yeah,
too hard to
right
keep
away.
track of.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, lay him on us.
All right. So first story. I was in Costco years and years ago with my wife when I was still married. And we only had 1 kid at the time. We're walking through Costco and, we have all our stuff in the cart and got some food at the deli, whatever, walking through, grabbing all the nonsense we don't need. And suddenly I reach down. I'm like, all right, I'm going to eat this hot dog. I might as well. I take a bite. I'm like, huh, that's a weird flavor. What is that? I look down. I'm like, honey, did they start making chili dogs? Why is there a chili dog? And she's like, no, they don't make chili dogs. I looked at it again. I'm like, that's such a strange flavor. What is that? And then it slowly dawned on me. No, they don't make chili dogs. My son had a turd rolled down out of his diaper, down his leg. It bounced off the cart and landed on my hot dog right on the spot where I went to take a bite of it.
Yeah, you couldn't even think of that.
I bet he could.
She fell on the ground, rolling around, laughing, and I was just beside myself, disgusted, and
I'm sure
didn't know what to do. And
yeah,
All
talk about
right.
full circle. Am I right?
All right. Anyway, I need to hear all of them from this guy before I even make it.
I know it doesn't get better.
Oh,
So another time we were up in the woods and we're working on our building.
You're already laughing.
yeah.
You're in the woods. He's dying.
I'm dying.
It's gonna be bad. No,
It's gonna get better.
but we're working on this building and we're working on it, and finally, the customer came out. He said, "Hey, I want to put insulation on the walls." So I'm like, "Okay, no big deal." So we order. It comes in like the next day, like a rush delivery kind of thing, just because we don't want to work out there more than we usually do. And so we're out there, we're working, and we go to touch we went to go to put the metal on the wall over the top of the insulation, and my guy's like, "Whoa, what is that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I come on over and it's like, "Did it rain last night? What is this?" Looking at the insulation, I'm like, it's like dripping wet. What is that?
No.
Couldn't figure it out. And then I see like this weird little claw mark.
Oh.
And I'm like, wait a second. The most of it's dry, just part of it's wet. What is this?
Oh.
And I look over, like didn't know what it was. Later in the day, then we see a black bear wander back onto the property. And I'm like, son of a bitch, that bear pissed on our building.
Yeah.
Right on the insulation, right there.
Yeah.
And then later, like we went inside, and you could see like the water vapor kind of barrier on the backside of the insulation that it's glued to, and you can see like a little claw mark on it.
What kind
It's
of
like-
bear?
Black bear. It's just
Oh,
Washington.
cute.
Like we don't really have grizzlies, but yeah.
Oh, in
no.
Washington. Okay.
And then unfortunately, the customer was there when we made the discovery, so we had to tear it off the building. And he's like, "I don't want a bear piss insulation on my building," so we tore it down.
Yeah, it's probably not a good omen.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Oh, it was a pain in the ass, but yeah. So
Damn.
that's story 2.
Mm.
All right, story 3. So my going back to my my firstborn, a joy of a child to raise in his early life, I assure you. So Anna was off at work doing her kind of thing, my ex-wife, and so I'm just playing around with him, like we're rolling around the floor, like he's giving me raspberries on my stomach because he learned how to do that from me, and we're having a good time. And on my back, like laying flat on the floor, and I have him like this. I'm holding him, and he's like giggling. I'm lifting him up, and then at some point I go to tilt him like this, and he empties his entire stomach contents at 1.5 years old straight down my throat.
Oh man.
Oh.
Nothing to stop it. Nothing to do. I called my wife. I didn't know what to do. I was like, "Help! I don't know what to do." She's cackling, laughing.
I'm seeing a pattern
was
here
bad.
for you.
Well, I got to stick to a theme for all the stories here. So
Oh,
Hmm.
okay, that's it. That's what we got.
Hmm.
Do you have any votes, Pence?
this is a difficult one.
I know.
I
Yeah,
think
it's tough. I don't think you ate any poop.
I think the last one is bullshit.
What do you got, Pence?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the poop one.
You ate
All
poop, motherfucker.
Yes, I did.
Damn.
He ate poop.
I knew it.
Story 1 and 2 and 3 are correct.
Oh,
Number 2
Oh,
is
the bear piss.
The bear-
the bear
okay.
piss one. That
I
Damn it,
considered-
that's when I thought at
I
first.
Yeah,
considered
No,
the bear
yeah,
piss,
yeah.
Damn it.
that one's partially based on a true story. We did have a bear piss on a roll of insulation, but it wasn't like in the story that I told.
Oh.
Yes, the
You gotta-
best lies are
That's a
flavored
half
with
Yeah,
truth.
it has to have a little
Dude.
truth in it, but
You ate poop.
Oh,
You ate
no,
poop.
no,
You
no,
ate
no, no,
poopy.
Katie, no. The
Sorry.
third
You ate
story
poop.
was worse. The third story was worse.
You
I
ate
called my-
poop and puke.
Yeah, the puke was probably worse.
I didn't eat anything. I swallowed that shit.
Oh no.
Oh, but I called her and she's like, "Oh, you got to clean up a mess." I'm like, "There's no mess. It all
What
went
happened
down."
first?
oh,
Oh my god.
Oh, the puke happened first. So I was like the first story happened later. I was like,
So
You know,
by the
I'm
poop,
just-
you're like, meh.
I'm not disgusted
You
by
ate
much
the rest
anymore.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I have it on video.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I was changing the baby
Yeah.
on the floor in a changing mat,
Oh,
and Andy and the
no.
dog
Yeah.
were next to each other, like with their heads just looking, watching the cute brand new baby. And I'm changing him, and I thought it was so cute how they're watching. So I started videotaping them, and you hear this like, and he just like wet shits everywhere, and I got it on camera.
Yeah.
And one time it came out like a fucking garden hose. It went all over me,
That's
all
how it
over
is
the blanket,
sometimes,
and
yeah.
we were on the bed.
whoa.
And he's just laughing and
Yeah.
walking away. I'm like, get back here and help me.
I was like, see,
There's
I
a
came
call.
back with
I gotta
a
go.
blanket or towel.
That was so
Yeah.
funny.
Katie, I'm a superhero. I never told you. And
Oh,
I'm
I think I
urgently
worked
needed
today.
elsewhere.
And every single time I wash our bedding, like dog puke, fucking baby piss, like whatever, he'll spit out milk. It's every time.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so bad.
So I'm like, I'm not even
Yeah.
washing the sheets anymore.
Yeah.
We'll just sleep in filth.
No,
Nice.
but I tell those two stories to anyone I think shouldn't be a parent.
Good idea.
I'm like, you're not ready for this. You're a very selfish person. No.
Let me
Hey,
get
yeah, remember that time I ate my kid's puke, like all of it, straight up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all of it. Yeah. Let me let you know what you're in for.
Yeah, pretty
right.
much. I'm like, no, this isn't just me. This is everybody goes through this, right?
Yeah,
Guys, right?
Well,
Pence,
there's some kind of story. Everybody has some kind of story, but I don't think everybody eats the puke.
Pence, do you want to
I
go
had no
next?
Definitely not
choice.
all of
I was drowning.
Yeah, I bet,
I
dude.
couldn't breathe.
Water.
I don't even
Waterboarded by
puke.
puke.
That's
Oh, so
Dude,
I would've been-
bad.
Okay,
Oh.
Pence, do you want to go next, or do you want AC
Sure.
to go next?
sure. I'll
Okay.
go next.
Yeah.
Still a little showing up. I don't think I have as interesting as stories as that, but all right.
Yeah,
Those weren't even the weird stories. Anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course not.
that was just last week, man.
All
Twice
right.
in a row,
So,
man. Same day. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Shit.
so my 3 truths and a lie.
Mhm.
So
Two truths and a lie. There you go.
no, they're all 3 truths.
Yeah, they're all true.
All 3 of them. All right,
Just 3
all right.
terrible stories. First, I was bankrupt, and no.
Yeah.
No, so one time I do National Novel Writing Month every year, or I used to.
Oh,
Haven't been
NaNoWriMo.
lately.
Yeah,
Yep.
NaNoWriMo. Yeah.
Well, to kind of encourage myself to finish one year, I told all my friends to fireline me with airsoft rifles.
To say that again?
I told them to fireline me with airsoft rifles if I didn't finish.
Oh.
And we're not talking like the low caliber ones with like the low FPS. We're talking like the
$400 like fully automatic battery powered.
oh yeah,
Um,
the ones that hurt.
Cripes.
And yeah, I did lose that year. That was not pleasant.
Oh no.
You're not talking about paintball guns. You're talking about like BBs.
Yeah, airsoft, little plastic BBs.
They're plastic, but
Yeah.
the higher end ones they hurt.
Yeah,
Like,
even
they'll
the
leave little
CO2
wells.
ones.
I think it was like 500 FPS what they're running at, or many of them.
That's,
It was
that's,
bad.
that's a lot for such a small pellet. Anyway.
Yeah,
Or are those CO2 also?
They
Some
can
of
be.
them are
It
spring.
just depends. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
gotcha. I just had like a hand held CO2 one back in the day,
gotcha.
and I never found it. I lost it, and then I found it after my grandma went senile. I found it in her room.
Why
Well,
does
that's
she
a
have
really
it?
weird place to find it. Why
Yeah.
I
kidding.
don't know. She was always
Super.
talking about shooting like the neighbors' dogs that come in and poop in our yard and stuff, which she never, I don't think did. But
Well,
she
they're
lost
gonna
her
do it.
mind, dude.
Bro,
And by the
it
way,
sucks.
We have an affirmation up on our bulletin board here because when she went crazy, she thought people were coming in her office, even though no one was. So we have an affirmation from my grandma. She passed last year, by the way, but it
I'm
says,
sorry.
"This is my desk, assholes," and assholes is circled. And so it's a nice little keepsake to
it's her
remember her.
affirmation.
Yeah, her feistiness. Anyway, sorry, tell your story.
All right. Now that was pretty much it for that one. Next
All right.
one.
Ouch.
Firing line with a failed writing
Yeah.
experiment.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Airsoft gulag.
Yep, basically.
Yeah.
Airsoft Gulag, nice title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, so my parents get a lot of like rattlesnakes out where they live, and
Yeah.
they kind of have to get rid of them because dogs and stuff like that. Well, one of the times my mom called me up about it being out there, and I just, you know what, I brought my katana out there and just killed it. Thing exploded. I didn't expect it to explode like that.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Exploded. Damn.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
sword was
yeah.
covered in blood. It was
That's
crazy.
the power of a katana.
Apparently.
I have the
The
power of
folded
God
steel.
and anime on my side.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, yeah, it's like Kill Bill. You just tap them with it and just.
We had dogs in California, and there was one on the side door, which was like the front door, but
Yeah.
then it disappeared, and we never knew where it went. So that was a little unnerving. That it just fucking didn't know where it went. I didn't want to be outside at all.
It's California, so my thought is it was probably a weird person living there, but who knows?
Well, it was right by the mountains where it's like desertous mountains, so they're all over. in that area.
They don't have bears though, do they? Yeah.
Bears?
Yeah. In California?
No,
Like
I'm
your
talking
dog
about
disappeared?
rattlesnakes.
Well, yeah, but it couldn't take your dog away, could it?
Well, a rattlesnake could bite your dog.
Oh, I thought you said your dog disappeared, like you didn't see it again.
No, the snake disappeared.
Oh, yeah, they'll do
I
that.
thought you meant the dog. I was like, wow, how did the snakes make?
Oh, no,
I
they have
mean-
like coyotes and stuff too, but no.
Yeah.
20
You get a
foot
polo.
long.
No,
ladder.
we like couldn't find the snake after we saw it, and then
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like
Probably
when
the
you
centipedes.
like a spider.
centipedes.
Like, where did that spider go? And then it's like a huge spider too, and it's like, where the hell did that go?
I got spider stories too. I almost told that one today too. Anyway, see you,
Fun.
Pence.
Oh,
Back.
yeah.
You killed the snake with a sword.
Yep.
It exploded.
Popped.
It was a good time.
It
Yes.
exploded everywhere.
Yeah,
All
Yep.
over your. Anyway,
Sword, all the way up the sword, just like in a movie.
yeah,
damn,
that's crazy.
damn.
All right, so last one. I'm actually part of the SCA. Do some of that stuff. Not like seriously part of it, but I've gone to actually went and marched in war, and that was a lot of fun.
What is that?
So it's a Society for Creative Anachronism. You wear like don armor and take like essentially a stick.
Oh, LARPing?
No.
I love the answer too. No.
No, it's like, no, I'm not one of those.
No, there's a lot more like actually beating the living crap out of each other in
Like
SCA.
educational, right?
Yeah, there's that, but there's more beating the crap out of each other.
Okay.
We're gonna beat education into them.
Yes,
Oh, I
exactly.
see.
That is the SCA in a
Okay,
nutshell.
all
Like
right.
jujitsu.
Okay, just let him tell a story.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know I interrupt too much.
I mean, that was
so-
pretty much the gist of it. Like it's something else. Like just thousands of people there, all there fighting with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like actually fighting with you.
Oh, actually fighting. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're standing in the line. You start off on shield line, so I'm pretty much holding it. Got taken out pretty much right away. Got funked by this huge ass dude, but
That was probably
That-
me. No.
That snake didn't explode. That's what I'm gonna pick.
I think
Yeah.
the last one's a lie.
No, I think number 2 is a lie. Not because it
All right.
couldn't happen, because I've heard a very similar story recently. So
all right.
Oh, interesting.
All right. The last one was a lie.
Oh.
Oh, Katie was right. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I've been wanting to go, but I never had the chance, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
that
did
sounds so
something
fun.
similar when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Like we had this, like it was maybe 100 kids, and then like maybe 50 teenagers, and my brother and I beat the crap out of a bunch of kids. It was a good time.
Oh yeah, that's always great.
Yeah.
What's wrong with LARPing? I'd
I-
LARP.
He
I'd
was
LARP
so
the shit out
offended.
of him. No.
It's like, "Lo, like LARPing? No.
No.
Mm.
I actually don't have a problem with LARPing. I think it's kind of cool. It's just it is a different kind
It
of
is.
experience.
Yeah.
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 LARPing, you're not trying to beat the shit out of stuff.
No.
All right, babe, you want to go?
Oh, sure.
It's like role playing, guys.
Bullshit.
Let's see. I never wanted to go to a Warp Tour until one year. One of my bandmates was able to trade a bike for all access passes. Essentially, we were able to go chill on like the tour buses of some of the bands, and
Nice.
I
That's
haven't
cool.
paid for a Warp Tour ever in my life because somehow every year, like I get in for free, like whether it's somebody like signing me on as like a VIP or like in the case of trading the bike.
That's cool.
Yeah, one reason or another, I never had to. So
I usually just tie my shirt up and put a wig on, but to
yeah,
each their own.
and then dive over the fence and run past. Yeah.
You can't touch me.
They just let those guys go.
They won't last 5 minutes in there.
Yeah, it gets hot. Oh man. The
Anyway,
sun
so
and the dust.
so number 2.
Oh, okay. Number 2. let's see. My family used to have a little land, and the only real thing that was on it was just this small building, and we ended up clearing the brush off of one of the hills, and like opposite of that little shed thing, and we used the whole thing for paintball, and we're like developing it for like playing paintball, and I was really good at it.
So good.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting because like the wife and husband, you guys have cheat cards on this whole thing.
No, I've never heard either of those things. So he's purposely just saying shit that I wouldn't know to make me
Okay.
like in the
very
same position as you guys. Whereas my stories he'll absolutely know,
Oh, okay.
which isn't fair.
All right, so paintball on family land. What's number 3?
Let's see. Number 3, let's see. I should have thought I had more.
It's tough, man. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Number 3, I have been on a total of 2 Midwest tours with my bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you think? What wifey first? What do you think? What's
I think the
bullshit?
first one's bullshit. You've paid for a Warped Tour, you cheap ass, but I think you have.
Pence, any thoughts?
What do you...
Care to weigh in, Kahuna?
The funniest thing is the way
I feel like the
all
Warped
of them-
Tour thing you could have.
I
feel like
kind of think the
that
second
could
one might
be
bullshit,
true.
though.
Yeah. The third, like number 2 and 3, it sounded like you were trying to make it up as you went with both of them. So I'm
To
not
me, it
sure.
sounds like all of them, just like the way he's delivering it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
did that too.
He's like, I don't think any of them are true. No. Oh, shit.
Exactly.
No,
I'm gonna go with Warped Tour 2 myself. It's
Okay.
I think it's number 2. I think number 2 is bullshit.
Yeah, number 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
just-
think that, but
We had
I
this
think
land,
one.
and there was a
I'll
hill,
do
kind
one.
of. Okay, so they're 1 and I'm 2.
You're thinking I was really good at it.
I was really
What the
good
fuck
at
are you
it.
talking about, dude?
I was really good
I've
at it.
played paintball before.
Yeah, that was true.
He's so white, the welts would show up really nice.
What
too.
one's bullshit?
I have never been on a Midwest tour.
Yes,
Oh,
you have.
son of a-
Aw, man.
Never.
All right.
I thought you guys were touring another.
I
We
thought
went-
it could be that one. Like
We went
you
kind of
did
down
miss
by
a-
like Nebraska.
That seemed legit. I mean, I was like,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's a musician. It makes sense. But
After
I thought maybe you changed like the number. Maybe like, oh no, it's actually like 3 times you went. So
Right. Oh, I was nervous after the fact because I was like, man, I should have went into a little detail instead of just saying it.
So we went on 2 northwest tours, southwest tours. Okay.
Yeah, 0. We were very locally centered. You know what I mean? We went on like one tour, kind of out by Nebraska, but I actually ended up getting sick during that, and it just kind of
sucks.
it just kind of didn't pan out for anybody's schedules after that. But we got good at like doing like a weekend warrior type thing, where you just kind of line up shows locally and just hit it hard every few months. That actually does the trick too.
It seems like a good way to organically grow as a local band. Also, it's like some of those bigger guys, like some of Iron Maiden's touring. I'm like, how did they survive? They were touring for like 14 months or some shit like that. I'm like, I don't know how you could actually do that. Seems, yeah.
A tour van helps, or
And
like
a
RV.
lot of. Anyway.
Yeah.
You
A
guys
lot.
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hit me.
All right, let's go. The first one is that when I was 14, I jumped off a bridge into the river, and the bridge is pretty high and the water level is really low. And when I jumped off, it felt like I was hitting fucking concrete. And because the current was so strong, even though it's not that deep, it took a long time to swim back to the shore. It's pretty scary, and you do get arrested if you get caught jumping off that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it with some friends. Some peer pressure happened, and I fucking jumped. The second one is that I have been the victim of 2 attempted but unsuccessful carjackings. And the first one, I was about to drop my friend off, so my doors were unlocked, and we're right outside of her apartment. And this guy asked for a ride. We said no, and he ended up opening her car door and trying to fucking unbuckle her. And he's like, I'm taking your fucking car and shit. And I had my manual at the time, and I just like fucking peeled out, and I was driving like fucking crazy. She's like holding on to me, and he's halfway hanging out of the car, and he ended up fucking rolling out. And we called the cops, and the first thing they said was he black or Hispanic? And I was like, he was white. And they straight up didn't give a fuck and never did anything about it. And then the second time, I was parked on the side of the street, and there was a car in front of me, and a car came up behind me, and they were like halfway out into the road. And I saw fucking 3 people, 2 on the right side and 1 on the left side in my mirrors. And they were all in all black with black ski masks, and they started coming up at me. So I just threw it in reverse and fucking got out of there. And the car that dropped them off tried to like block me in. I fucking took off. And the third one is that during a runway show that I did at New York Fashion Week, I fell on the runway. It was really fucking embarrassing. And the shoes were way too big. So I had like bunch of Kleenex stuffed in the heel and in the toes like we do. And yeah, it was not a proud moment of my life, but yep, those are my 3 stories. So
on that last one, did you have like your Ace Ventura moment? Laces out. You always have that.
No, so I got up and I just finished it because it was halfway like to the end where you do your turn and stuff. So I just got up, acted like it didn't happen, did my turn, walked back.
Nice.
Acted like it didn't happen.
Fuck, she's good. AC, none of your stories sounded real, but all of hers do.
Yeah.
Different strategies here. I'm not sure.
We balance each other out.
But he knows which one isn't true.
I don't.
Sure oh no.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm torn. You're very convincing.
Are you for real? I should fucking hurt you for that.
I'm sure, but I'm like not sure at the same time. I'm self-conscious about
it. Dude.
Oh, no.
I'm second guessing myself.
Dude, why are you talking like that?
Because
type which one you think is bullshit.
All right, I'm gonna type it to her so you guys can guess fairly here.
All right, Pence, we got to psychically link and figure
Just
out
type 1, 2, or 3
what they got there.
Oh. All right. Here we go. I'm going to send a message to you.
Hold on, you guys. Are you fucking kidding me?
I got
you know everything about me.
Oh.
Come on, type it.
What did you say for the first one again? I forgot.
So, like, she is a model, so
Jumping
the
off a
runway
bridge?
thing is very plausible.
Right.
And the carjacking thing, there's so much detail. I'm wondering if she just got carjacked once, or like attempted carjack once, and she made up the second time. Like the sprinkle in a little truth with a lie kind of thing.
Right.
Like,
Andy knows.
And the river thing, it sounds bullshit a little bit, but I feel like maybe that's a misdirect as well. So what do you think?
Maybe. I mean, there's less detail in that one. The other 2 were very detailed.
Yeah, but the detail could just be bullshit too, because she's a good liar.
That's also very true.
Oh crap! I think number 2 is a lie. I think someone did try to carjack you, but I don't think it was 2 times. I think you're lying. There's a lie in there somewhere, even if it's not wholly a lie. So
I'm
2.
gonna stick with 1.
Okay, go with 1.
Wow. You assholes think I would fall on the runway? I'm a professional model.
Damn it!
All right.
I've never fallen on the runway, god damn it. And actually
when you were sleeping, I was walking.
Yeah.
I was probably 23 or 24 the first carjacking incident, and the one where the dudes were in like ski masks and shit, that was like this summer.
Jeez.
It actually
Oh, geez.
recently just happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
So wait, the water jumping was bullshit, or wait, which one was bullshit?
No, I've never fallen on the runway. 3 was the lie.
Okay, just checking.
But the bridge thing did happen too.
I couldn't tell. Like, I thought that was your answer, but I'm like, maybe she's just offended. We thought that could be true,
Oh, no,
and it
no.
was true. No,
3
Yeah.
was a lie.
Yeah.
I would love that. How fucking dare you guys, you sexist pigs? But you're right. But
But you're right. But like, God damn it. Yeah, that's great.
oh, bro, it's good.
Yeah.
Good times.
So,
So we-
did you?
yeah.
Oh, what did you say?
Oh, I said, well, we've all learned a little bit about each other. Maybe an
Yep.
uncomfortable amount about me, but alas.
Well, I tried to put some details in there, but I'm
You
really
sounded
still.
like you're lying on every story.
I know.
Seriously, yeah.
I think they're all lies. He doesn't know what he's
I
saying.
did it. I did it.
Ugh, it's a
Oh,
legit
man.
strategy, man. It's legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, so this thing happened, and
I was
we had
pretty
like
good at it.
Like it was on a
Little
hill, but
building.
like the other hill.
and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
cleared some
That
brush,
hill.
and we like got it ready for paintball, and then and I was really good at it.
Yeah.
We totally
That's
did, man.
exactly
It
it.
was so good.
That's
See,
how you
Pence,
do
so
it.
like I stabbed the snake and it like exploded like all over my samurai sword.
No,
dude.
no, I didn't.
But
stab
that's
it.
the true story.
That's
I sliced
crazy.
it. That was a full downward strike.
I knew that was
I thought that was.
Did you use proper form? Did you channel your inner angry 5'4" Japanese
Well, obviously,
man?
I studied the animes.
Yes,
that his 4'10" anime ex-girlfriend.
I've watched Star Wars. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've seen videos of like snakes being taken care of, you know,
Right.
and there was like never any blood.
I know
You
it was
know?
weird. Like I've
It
seen my parents like take care
It
of it.
depends. Yeah.
Like my parents like cut off the head with a shovel. It usually takes a few times. It was one swing and it surprised the hell out of me.
I'm glad you cut all the way through it, man. That's good.
Me
Yeah.
too.
And it like
I've-
exploded.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, just like blood everywhere.
It must have just been like really have gorged on something, I'm guessing, and like it just
Maybe.
digested it
Oh.
or something.
Wow.
Have you guys ever
yeah.
seen that guy on Instagram and YouTube, like Fishing Garrett? He's this guy from Florida. He walks barefoot through the Everglades at night and
No.
grabs every living creature that exists except for water
Jeez.
moccasins.
And does he just like explain them?
A little
afterwards?
bit,
Why
but
not
yeah,
water moccasins? What's wrong with them?
because they're poisonous as shit, and they're very aggressive, despite
Yeah.
what those
Oh.
experts on Reddit said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody I know who lives by water moccasins has a story of them being in the water and water moccasins going for their ass. And I
Like
was-
actually going.
for their buttholes.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
slither right in. Anyway.
Yeah, they slither right in.
But yeah, no, like this
What the fuck do they
Reddit
do?
Reddit expert was like, actually, water moccasins aren't aggressive, so like you're wrong. I'm like, so every story I've heard from every person is they're all bullshit,
Every
But you're-
first-hand account.
but you're telling the truth. All right,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
It's-
it's like you want to be objective with arguments, but you like no one's fully objective, so you have to like personal experience does count for something, even if it's very one-sided.
It's just as short-sighted as saying that the only first-hand account that exists is 100% accurate. It's just the opposite of that, you know. There's so many first-hand accounts, you can't say that they're all not accurate, you know.
Well, fuck, talk to people who who were at the same event. Like,
Yeah.
especially if it's like an
Ooh,
exciting,
yeah.
like blood pumping event, and they'll all have a different bullshit story.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like aliens, bro.
We're going back to
Oh,
aliens.
look
Bro.
cute there.
You have an on screen
Aliens.
this time.
Look at my wedding ring. My
Or-
wedding ring is
wait.
fucking
I
awesome.
actually have the hair for it.
Such a good-
Bro,
okay.
aliens.
Aliens. Forget
Oh,
what
yeah,
you
no.
heard about the chupacabra. It's aliens.
Turns out the chupacabra, yeah, he knows the aliens. They
Yeah,
smoke
that's
weed
aliens.
together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cattle
welcome to the
mutilations.
Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah. Cattle mutilations, aliens, bro.
Wait,
But
wait,
they have
wait.
tried DMT.
Yeah.
It's
That
like,
would
wait,
be a
wait.
stream.
Whoa.
No, actually, I take that back. That wouldn't be a stream. because we
What?
would all take DMT and then just like kind of be catatonic for 15 minutes.
Bro, I
greatest
don't
thing
even,
ever.
I don't know what yeah.
But to be fair,
I'm worried. I don't know how I'd be.
well, that's what you would be. You'd be catatonic for like 15 minutes. But then the next 2 hours of the stream would be pretty damn interesting because we would all just be trying to describe what we saw.
We had one viewer at some point, but I don't know where they went.
Oh, it's
Oh
They
no,
never
he
shot it.
disappeared.
Yeah.
That must have been when I was talking about paintball. They must have dipped. They were
They're like,
Yeah,
bullshit. He doesn't know anything about paintball. Watch this.
yeah,
Ooh,
that is a bullshit story.
Rolly's
he said.
booties just it won't quit.
Yeah, they are gas bombing us over here. It's like World War I, man.
Gee.
It's pretty bad. Like
Mustard gas was nothing compared to a ducky fart.
nothing compared.
Oh, bro.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dude,
no.
that is
Some
really
dogs are rank.
Oh yeah.
Truth be told,
Could you
yeah.
imagine being in a trench with that bear from Poland?
Oh boy.
Can you imagine being with that bear from Poland? No.
No,
Say
no,
less?
okay. No, there's. Yeah, have you heard the story of the bear soldier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the unit
Alright.
had that bear. That was wild. Dude.
Yeah. His
Oh,
parts, bro.
man.
Not good.
Like if you want like weird war stories, go pre-World War II.
Yeah.
And the story, like the people in those stories are wild. Like there's like this battle during the Spanish or Mexican American War where this one American general and this one Mexican general, I think like was over a series of over 3 battles. They each got progressively larger and more elaborate hats and headdresses. Each battle to like try to outdo one another, and like they were dressed bright. Like he came out there with like feathers and shit on his head, and fucking like real life war. Like this is a
Fucking
real
awesome.
thing. Or like
Dude,
that. Yeah.
People were so different.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Look how I'm dressed, man. Yeah, people are very different.
Yeah.
Like if I had my glasses, like this is like my Hawaiian gangster. Like get up right now.
And at any point in time, you could make a torch with the natural.
No,
oils.
because these are these are all like cut into portions here. So yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
perfect.
This dude, he likes a lot of my posts.
Yeah.
Look at woohoo, #1 in the UK.
Cool.
Are you fucking serious? On Amazon, he's #1 in the UK right now. That's badass.
Yeah. It's sweet.
He's a really nice dude.
There's
too.
something you can, yeah.
Bowen Greenwood. Bowen Greenwood. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Bowing. I'm actually
Bowing.
Bowing.
Bowing out.
Bowing out.
Hold on. You guys don't follow him?
I'm not sure. I don't pay that close attention. I'm kind of dumb.
No, you guys don't.
Like AC was talking about
That's
Twitter
amazing.
lists. I'm like, I'm just trying to remember people's names.
Yeah. Those
I
lists
don't
are
do it
handy.
smart, man. I don't do it smart.
I try to, but I struggle to keep track of my head if it wasn't attached.
Well, I just retweeted it for you guys to see. It's exciting.
All right.
Sweet.
Well, there's something you can do with subgenres. You can become like #1 in Europe if you have like a specific enough subgenre.
I'm sorry, Kahuna. You sounded like a duck there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
this,
holding
is,
knives.
this is not the
like
first time
Britney.
Andy's heard that stupid hiccup of mine. And it was just him and I that one stream, like that 45-minute stream or whatever. And it was really loud. It was like just like all of a sudden, and he like not phased at all, just like kept going like nothing.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Like what was it? Evelyn was watching that stream. He sent me a clip of that. He's like, he's the most chill guy in the world. He didn't even react to that strange thing you just did.
Jesus.
Oh, bro.
I didn't realize that it was being analyzed like that. I thought he just sent you a clip of your squeak.
So Britney Spears was like dancing around with the knives or whatever in that weird video, and there's like memes about it.
Yeah.
And so Buddy did that, and he's like, "It's Buddy, bitch," and he's like dancing with these knives. I'm like, that's it. I'm calling in a welfare check.
Yeah.
People were like making the cops go to Britney Spears' house to check on her about it.
Yeah. People be
I
crazy.
mean, her brain's literally, probably not that well anymore after
Right.
being forced so many medications. It's really sad
Right.
and terrible, but Like, I don't know. It's sad that people got a meme about it and joke about it so much.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
I remember the Titan sub. That got dark.
Yep.
That got super dark. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, joke at for joke. Okay, they're dead.
Oh,
Okay, keep joking.
yeah.
Okay, all right then. All right,
Well,
this is dark.
At this point with media, I'm convinced I'm on the razor's fist side of like how media is used now. It's like it's distraction at this point. Like when they're trying to hide something that's actually newsworthy. It's not that wasn't newsworthy, but it shouldn't have dominated every news cycle like all over the U.S. for as long as it did.
Oh, yeah.
Or like how Sound of Freedom, like that movie when it came out, it was making hand over fist money and like doing really, really well, very critically, like well acclaimed, and not a peep. You never heard a lick of anything by the mainstream media about that movie.
It beat Indiana Jones.
I know. I don't think that's a high enough bragging point at this point.
At this point, no. But like throughout the scheme of history, that is a major IP. That's a major IP versus an indie. That is an indie.
Yeah. Definitely a sign of the times for sure.
Yeah, definitely. If I have to say, it's pretty crazy. Like that story I sent. CA, I gotta send you. I gotta send you that link.
Yeah, that alien.
Yeah. Remind me to send you that because you gotta listen to the story, man. But like, that was one thing that they were talking about is like the Brazilian government covered it up officially, like because all the documents leaked. That's how they know they covered it up and what really happened after the fact. And the whole story revolves around them finding this body. And, the police rushed in and, covered it up, right? And everybody who witnessed it, because there's so many witnesses, like went home and they were watching the news, waiting for this news report, like who died? You know what I mean? Like we're waiting to see who died.
Right.
No news reports ever. Never. And it just turned into rumors and stuff, and years passed, and then everything leaked.
It's too bad, man. It's like you have situations like that where it's just ignored or like, and then you have stories that they're obviously pushing attention towards, and then you have like situations in Hawaii. Like when I was there, there was Wi-Fi and Starlink available in certain spots during certain times over there, and for some reason the stuff just wasn't going through. I think they're trying to keep any like non-organized information from leaving the West Side during that whole fucking thing. It was such a fucking dude.
Wait, compartmentalizing info?
No, like preventing any actual like information and footage from the disaster area from leaving.
Gotta go get more juice, everyone.
Oh,
BRB.
just like with the train wreck and the chemicals.
Just like that.
With whatever, I don't care.
A big
Sorry, Katie.
Not that though.
Wow.
Yeah, like the train spill, bro. Like the train spill. Also aliens. Yeah. No, not aliens.
I don't know much about the train spill. I know that it was kind of bullshit, and I know there's a lot of weird stuff that went on there. But
well, it was kind of the same thing. It's almost like from the same script. Like they were just trying to discredit any information that went out, and the only real sources you could find on what the hell was going on was local people on the ground tweeting about it, residents that live there. And it's like, how do you know when those are real videos and stuff? Because they're so like, ordinary person, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, like in Hawaii thing, I learned quite a bit about that just because I was over there and trying to figure out that whole bullshit. And it was frustrating because like you hear all these outrageous things and it's like you hear 10 outrageous things that people are saying about what happened, but then like 6 of them are true. So those last 4 are really, really believable. Like there was one thing that I heard for a while going around, and I didn't believe it until I got more information. But yeah, the police did block one of the roads leaving the city when it was on fire.
In Hawaii.
Yeah. And then the guy did turn on the guy in charge of the water. Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
And then the guy in charge of it, he did turn off the water during the fire. and then the guy in charge of the siren system, like the emergency sound system that warns everybody, he turned that off too.
Okay, so right there, that's enough weird shit.
Yeah,
Right?
there's all that, and then people are like, it was energy weapons, and I'm like, well, no,
You can say that.
It's like there's
but-
this footage that you guys are showing, and that's not even Lahaina. I don't know where this is from or what that is, but it's not even the right place. So why don't try to mix in the bullshit with the real stuff? There's enough real stuff going on here.
When you were first talking about how Hawaii was on fire before it even hit the news and stuff, I was like, oh my God. And then it hit the news cycle, and it was kind of like old news for us in our, friend group and stuff in the community. Honestly, just because we know you. And all of a sudden I'm seeing on Facebook all these people who never said Lahaina once in their life, never even knew it was a place. Like all of a sudden they care. You know what I mean? And it's like somebody told them to care. Like they were just told how to think or something. It's like you didn't even know this place existed, and you're not going to care next week.
Most of them aren't even saying it right. They're like Lahaina or something.
Yeah. They all pronounce it differently, and for sure I can't pronounce it right. But
like there are some actual hard Hawaiian words too, but like some that I look at it and scratch my head. But most of them, once you learn like the rules about it, it's not super hard. But yeah.
How you doing over there, Pence?
I'm good.
Did you hear about the train?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot about it. Just kind of all
I don't know enough about it. Yeah, I was distracted by other stuff at the time. So
there's so many things to be distracted by.
I know, crazy. Man. It's almost like it's designed that way to keep us from almost.
Well, you guys know about the new thing, and that's the Canadian fires, right? That's the new conspiracy. That's awfully realistic.
You little
well, fuck
Did
after.
you just try to rip this out of my fucking hand?
Oh, jeez, babe.
What?
Nothing.
Don't talk to me.
I don't really care.
She's like that dog. Your wife is like that angry dog in a video that's like growling, and you're just like that nice, calm guy petting it, and it's like biting the shit out of his hand. He's like, "Oh no, you're such a good."
Yeah.
Get under there.
No, the new thing, the Canadian fires. Everybody's saying that they're like dumping chemicals on it or something.
It's the missing chemicals. Here,
a bunch of missing chemicals, and suddenly the sky's orange.
Haven't heard that one.
I've heard some stuff about that. Like I have some Canadian
Get
friends.
Get under the damn chair so Rolo can lie down too.
Yeah.
Well, because there's some people who like live in Michigan, Canada, stuff like that. They see forest fires every single year in that area, and they've never seen an orange sky.
This is all glitter, you guys, and you can't even see it. I was hoping they'd be like,
it's like mine, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Glittery as hell.
Mine too. You guys can see it, right?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, my back hurts so bad.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Why is anybody else here?
The best makeup job ever.
We have
Shut
in
the
Iron
fuck
Age.
up. I
The
hate
best-
when you
the
sound
best
like
face
Donald
paint.
Trump, dude. It's so gross. Like, shut up.
Shut up. No.
Oh my fucking god.
Don't ever use the word smart with me.
I think you're a very dumb person.
Stop doing that to your beard too. You know I
Feels
hate
good,
that.
though.
I hate when you do that.
Wait, what did you do, AC? What was
I was
the
stroking
He
my beard.
does shit with his beard that it creeps me out because my
As long
ex
as it-
used to do it and I hate it.
Oh,
So
well,
it's like,
that's
just
not
stop
AC's
it.
fault.
Yes, it is because he knows I hate it and he's like,
Yeah, it's all my fault.
I could do something worse to make you more comfortable with what he's doing. I could just like to start twirling my hair like this.
yeah.
Oh crap!
I was wondering this. Has your dad told you any crazy stories from sailing?
They saw an eagle get eaten.
dude, that's your fault, Orcus. Come here.
They
Come
saw
on,
an
buddy.
eagle get what?
They saw an eagle being taken
on,
below
buddy.
by an octopus.
Damn.
What?
Cthulhu is killing
Go ahead,
America
then.
one bird at a time.
No,
Come on.
dude.
Like legitimately, dude. It was like that bird was going down.
How?
Nothing to.
All right.
Dude,
Bro,
you know how
let me
big
just
those
move
fucking,
you
you know how
along.
big the octopus get out here?
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
big.
no, my buddy, he did Navy training, and it's not even the biggest one they've seen.
Do you
But
see him?
down below, like
You're such a baby.
You're good.
down beneath the Narrows Bridge, where after it collapsed all those years ago,
You
there are all
okay?
these old cars, and there was an old Volkswagen Bug, and the
With your
entire
butt
thing was
in the-
enveloped by an octopus. That's
Oh
how
my
big this fucking thing was. And he's
Wow.
underwater
know.
diving, doing like Navy training with this thing. And it started like reaching out towards him. And he's like, I'm
Nope.
getting out of here. Nope,
Nope.
fuck that.
It was bigger than the Volkswagen?
It was wrapped around it and had room to spare.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Yeah, the eagle didn't
they're
stand a chance.
Yeah.
Move
So like
that way.
there's that. He's seen some weird like animal stuff, and
Yeah.
he knows a lot of people. Like one of his instructors, he was basically in the equivalent size of a rowboat, sailboat, traveling around the world using Starlink to teach a college class remotely from his sailboat
Wait, when
From
while
the
was
sailing
sailboat.
around the world.
this? Was recently then?
Yeah, it was during the whole lockdown thing. He had
Oh.
Starlink, and
Wow.
he was in this tiny boat circumnavigating the entire globe while teaching a college class using Starlink.
What am I
And
looking at?
that was his life for a while. and that guy was teaching my dad.
David
Just
Bowie.
What a life though. Like, can you imagine? That's like
Oh.
Life of Pi, right? Or like
a little less cannibalism, but yes.
yeah. And there's
Just
no
a little.
tiger.
Yeah. It's like less symbology, little more comfort.
God, your butt won't quit, you guys.
I'm sorry, Katie. I'll stop.
Legitimately just like shitting themselves. They didn't have to poop either.
Yeah.
I know it's great because we can't hear this at all. We're just hearing
No.
your reaction.
Yeah.
Halfway.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't
Those
know
look
what
like
those-
poopies.
It's
Yeah,
like
they
poop sausage.
They really do.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
really do.
Yeah, that's what you get on Facebook.
This looks like what my son left in the mountains this morning.
I was about
Yeah.
to say that.
In your mouth this morning?
Whoa,
Oh.
oh, hey.
Oh,
That's harsh and true. No.
yeah.
No, if he did it now, it'd probably kill me. He's a lot bigger now.
Oh yeah, that would be
Oh,
little bit-
Throat clogging, big
yeah, a
poopy.
little bit more noticeable.
Big throat clogging dude.
Yeah.
No, Kate, we can't start that whole like comment thing in the like chat that we did the other day. That was nonsense. Oh,
Did you guys have a comment?
my son's big Duke.
It's like here's a big Duke, or what Christian calls dinner. No.
What about this for a band name?
Oh,
Poop sauce.
Poop sauce? We can make it work.
I can see that.
Dick sauce.
Dick sauce works better.
for sure it does. I don't know why it does, but it sounds like one of those nasty Seattle bands that came out like 20
Penis
years
Exactly.
ago.
sleeves.
Like dick sauce, there's almost like an image to it, right?
I can see that.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
I think big tortoise, skinny penis. I think that works. I feel like you're
What
going for the
about
long-
yeah.
what about rectal asteroids?
It feels too obvious.
It's a little
Feels redundant.
cyberpunky.
That sounds kind of black metalish almost.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. I could see it
Yeah.
working. We could use Michael Harris's method. Shout out to Michael Harris. You just
I love
say
that
a land feature and then a tree. So like canyon oak.
Oh yeah, wasn't that a specific genre though?
Yeah, like power metal or something. No, not power
No, I
metal.
think
It's
you said
different
the
ones.
tree
It
first.
was like
It was
in,
the tree first.
It was like
So
folk
like
something.
Oak,
yeah,
thing.
folk music. Yeah,
There it
Oak
goes.
Canyon,
Oak Canyon would be. Yeah. Yeah, it's like folk music, indie folk.
Pine Wieners.
Pine Wiener.
You're speaking my language.
That's the German one.
Who wants to go camping with me?
Man,
Pine Wiener.
man juice.
Man juice.
I'd be
Man.
surprised if that wasn't a band name.
You said
Yeah,
man
that's probably-
juice.
Man juice. Yeah.
Very
Oh,
likely.
you know what? One story I was gonna tell you guys for one of my
What?
truths.
Sure.
All right, go for it.
Hit me.
One day when I was super pregnant, like I was farting so fucking much. I can't believe that much air could come out of me. Like that much, like all fucking day. It wouldn't stop. It was like continuous, like one long ass massive fart.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're
Remember
pregnant. You
that?
have an excuse.
I remember you talking
Sure.
about it.
You were right there. I was tooting all over the place. What do you mean?
He was
Do you
lightheaded.
fucking
He
remember
can't
anything?
remember.
I do. I remember most things, except for the things I don't remember.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You irritate me.
oh, it's fun though. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like it's this insatiable desire of husbands to make their wives mad just enough to make them feisty, but not actually really mad.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm always raging.
No,
Raging
you?
pissed.
No.
Look at
Never.
Orky.
You're never
Look at his
angry.
plumpy lips.
Mhm. That dog loves you.
Yeah, Orcus is my baby. Andy got Orcus for me before we even met. He
Yeah.
just knew
Yep.
I needed my
Oh,
Orky.
I got a pet story
Yes.
talking about that. Got my wife a cat, but it's not how you get normal kids. I stole it from the Native Americans.
Oh.
That's how I got my cat.
Oh,
They
I know.
deserved it.
I know. It was first their land and now their cat. Anyway, no.
Yeah, right.
We were building a building out there, and they had this barn cat,
Mhm.
and the barn cat, they kind of let it into like their old garage every now and again, like by the
Mhm.
casino out here, and we're building a big building for them. And so one day the barn cat comes in and gives birth to 2 kittens, very weird little looking kittens. So like 5 days, 6 days later, the kittens are like barely alive, and they're trying to make sure they stay warm enough. And last day on the job, I saw this guy in the barn, so I go over there. I'm talking to him. I'm like, "Hey, I noticed like the barn cat gave birth to these kittens. Do you think it'd be okay if I just took one? Like my wife would love a cat." He's like, "Yeah, man, go ahead. No problem here. Take it. You can take both if you like." I'm like, "Sweet." So I grabbed the cat. I put it in my coat pocket. I brought it home. Like it was less than 2 weeks old. This thing was tiny. It was like this long. It was tiny.
Yeah, baby.
And so I took it home, and then months later, we're at a big barbecue after hunting season with all of them, and then my dad's showing pictures of the kitten because he like the cat because it's growing, and he figured they'd like that. And I'm like, "Oh, we thought it had died. We didn't know what happened to it, and we were so worried." And he's like, "Well, what do you?" He's like, "Wait, what do you mean?" He's like, "Oh." We compared stories. They just thought it disappeared. Turns out the guy who was there and told me to take the cat, not associated with the tribe at all.
Oh my goodness.
He was just some guy who would like come onto the property.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
damn.
Can you imagine coming on someone's property?
Yeah,
Like,
take this cat.
take whatever you like. I don't care.
Have whatever you want.
Fucking asshole.
I don't know whose that is, but have at it.
sure, why not?
Oh,
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's what I've been doing.
Fucked up.
hell, in
Can you-
construction.
That's what I
did.
I could have done like this 2 Truths and a Lie thing. I could have done the construction edition
Yeah.
because we had one day, 2 different jobs. I was on one of them. I stepped back to look at the building. It was kind of in this weird like backwoods kind of area close to where I live, and I felt my sixth sense told me there's someone behind me. I looked behind me, bushes and trees and river, nothing there. I'm like, all right, maybe I was wrong. And then a man jumped out of the bushes right next to me.
Oh.
I nearly shit my pants.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at him, and then he's talking crazy. I'm like, this guy's a druggie, and he's trying to sell me some stolen shit. Watch this. And then he tried to sell me a gold-plated ratchet set.
Fuck yes, I want.
I didn't even know what to say. I don't even know why it
That's
existed
so
or why
random.
it was there. And then
Turns
that
out to
same
me
day,
for free.
a different job, we had a homeless guy come into the building, claim that he'd lived there 30 years, and rip up the plans right before our eyes.
Oh,
Gee, of course.
Same day, different place, man. It was.
that was the
So
only
we-
copy of the plans.
Oh, your feet is ripe. Get that out of my face.
we were able to fix it, but it was he ripped up the plans. And actually that same building had some weird stuff. People were picketing our building, like the existence of it, so like just a normal pole barn. It was the last commercial property on the island, so we were told to lie or not answer them if they asked us what it was. So one guy would ask and be like, "Oh, it's a bar and an art exhibit." The next guy, "Oh, it's a nightclub and a church." So one for each floor, and fucking just make stuff up. But it's a good time.
Yeah.
What about you, Say Pence? Like, you have any fun like work stories or just fun stories in general?
I can make the most
boy.
disgusting. It's like a talent how ugly I can look. Look at that.
I mean, I had some interesting work stories, but how many can I say I've told them? Thing is, I work security, so a lot of them are like, probably shouldn't tell these ones. They were
Those are the
interesting
best
ones.
stories too.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell it to you like off screen sometime, but
Mhm.
some of that stuff is nuts.
So I have a coffee. I completely forgot about it. I guess now it's an iced coffee.
Oh, there you go. Always good.
That's good
Always
shit.
good.
How's
No,
your
security. You see a lot of shit in security.
You can. Like when I worked at the mall, that's when you saw crazy stuff because people.
At the mall.
Yeah, I was a mall cop.
Yeah.
The only crazy stuff I ever saw in my mall was stuff that I was doing most of the time.
Today when we were on the side of the freeway because we have a sticky gas gauge and ran out of gas,
Oh,
the fucking
sucks.
cop came up and he was like, "What's in that weed pipe?" And I was like, "Nothing." And I handed it to him and he's like looking at it with the flashlight. Shit. I'm like, I just smoke in the
like
car.
the monocle.
Yeah, I was like, I just smoke in the car before bed at home because we got a baby in the house and I want to smoke in the house. And he was cool about it. And he lit some flares and took off.
That's funny.
Like,
yeah.
He's like, "You're not doing that while you're driving, are you?" And I was like, "No."
He's like, okay.
But I mean, I have a video. It was before we had a baby, but Andy took a video of me. I was like hitting a bong while I was driving.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Good times.
I was
Yeah.
once driving with my 1 foot on the steering wheel and I was reading a magazine. I don't do that anymore, but that's
Well, like smoking weed, you get a tolerance. You can smoke 24/7. Like you're not gonna get high from So it's like whatever.
Or you're
I'm a
like
better-
me and it doesn't work anyway.
Well, I'm a better driver, and if I'm smoking weed and shit, I'm definitely like, you cut me off, it's your road, whatever, you fucking asshole. Otherwise, I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of my fucking way, dude! Why are you fucking going 10 under?
Yeah.
Katie, are you sure it's not like a Wolf of Wall Street situation? It's like, and I didn't hit a single thing on the way home. Comes out the next day, it's just trash or something.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh,
That
it's a shit movie, but it's fun. It's fun. I don't know.
It's pretty nuts. It's
a lot of overacting based on a really weird, bizarre, true story. But
No, I get annoyed and bitch about people's stupid driving, but like I don't start road rage and shit with people. Like you got to really watch shit like that when you carry a gun,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
plus, we have a kid, so if he's in the car, it's like, but I tell you what, nothing pisses me off more than when someone's riding my ass, like a foot off my ass, and I have my baby in the car. Nothing makes you want to brake check a motherfucker more than then, and that's when you can't because you have the baby in the car.
Right.
So I want some rockets on the back of my car. I can just blow people's tires off.
Like twisted metal.
Trust me, it's a similar emotion when you're on a motorcycle. You want to brake check them, but that's a losing
Probably
proposition.
bad.
There's
Yeah,
one time
actually-
my dad was about to pull his gun on this one guy, or in Minecraft anyway.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This guy was I swear he was probably 8 feet from my back tire. We were going about 70, 80 miles per hour, and I could not go any faster because the road was wet, and it was just like there's nowhere to pull off. He wouldn't, and I'm like, I may die here any second now. We'll just have to see. I can't slow down for a moment or it's over. But yeah.
Were you on 5 in Washington?
I-5?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I try not to ride I-5. It's not very smooth riding. Plus, it's dangerous. Yeah, when I get on my bike, I like to get on some roads going to another state, or I like to go like on the off trail like BDR systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like. There's a company out here called Turatech, and they put together like these off-road, like all public roads, and like kind of maps, so people can follow them on like with an app, and to figure out where to stop and where to get gas and all that stuff. It's a really cool group of people. If anyone ever gets into that, it's a fun time.
Nice. Today we called the cops on a couple dudes on bikes because we have a freeway that splits. So it's 35 and it splits into east and west. So 35E, 35W.
Yeah.
And we were taking west and we saw 2 fucking dudes on crotch rockets driving in the opposite way.
Oh,
Like on the
And-
freeway.
Yeah, and I'm like, I bet it's because they
Frickin'
meant to
Yahoos.
take 35. They probably meant to take 35W, so they were just driving the wrong way on the shoulder,
yeah, that's
and like
sketch.
it was causing people to stop and like traffic jam shit. And like, I bet we're gonna see them. Like, or I bet they're trying to take 35W. They fucking flew past us. They had to have been going like 140, and then we saw them weaving fucking horribly dangerously in traffic, and so I fucking called it in. Like, come on, dudes, like that's not okay.
Mhm.
There's like
Yeah,
families and shit driving. It's not it's dangerous
too
for you
bad,
too.
Yeah.
So we called, and then we actually saw them pulled over. So it was a cop car with his lights on, 2 empty bikes, and the dudes were walking ahead of the bikes. So I'm sure the cop told them to like walk up and sit down somewhere, you know. But
Yeah.
it's like, dude, and they looked really young too. But it's like, that's for your own good. Like, you needed to fucking, you know.
Yeah, it's too bad though. It's just like there's a lot of really safe bikers out there, and it's already
Yeah.
dangerous enough just existing on a bike, let alone fucking around doing some shit like that.
Yeah, and they had
Yeah.
helmets on and shit too. So it's like, you obviously don't want to fucking die. So why are you being so fucking stupid? And it's dangerous for because cars get so nervous around motorcycles too. And they're like, you know, braking and moving over, and like, you're gonna kill someone like because they're gonna take the ditch or something, and you're gonna kill a
Yeah.
family. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I'm
like
an arc.
some guys are especially not safe too. Like I was considering trying to decide what kind of helmet I wanted to wear during the summer ride, because it's like it's summer and some places you can actually go helmetless, but I'm not that dumb. I'm like, what about a half helmet? My a friend of mine, an older guy, he teaches motorcycle classes anyway. He's like, yeah, so there's this one time there's this guy in one of my classes, and he wore a half helmet. He crashed, he hit his head, but lucky he had his helmet, it protected his head. And he's talking to the cop afterwards, and finally they're like, okay, well, you seem all good, so take off your helmet. Took off his helmet, only discovered that was all that was holding his skull, his fractured
Yeah.
skull in place, and
I've heard
everything
about
just
that.
fell right out,
I've heard
freaking
about
right
that,
in
yeah.
front of him. I'm like, bro, that's freaking brutal, dude.
Yeah.
So it fell out and he just died.
Yeah, his brain was done too. It just
Yeah.
wasn't obvious until like, because everything was still in place, but once he took it off, it all like just everything fell apart.
Yeah.
Wow. My dad does medical records, and he's quoted a lot of things where like the helmet split open, and that's, you know, what saved their head from being split open. So, you know, like, that's nice when
Oh yeah.
they work how they should. But yeah. Pence, what are you doing? You sleeping?
Oh no, I'm just listening.
We got good
Sorry.
stories, man. I haven't even asked you, because you guys are both in, or at one point were both in very interesting story-wise kind of industries, because you were into modeling and AC was into music and performing and such, and both those industries tend to bring out a lot of weird stories. So
Yeah.
it's like, even without we're getting into good stories even without breaking into those too.
Yeah, well, I still have to get my contract in, but I just recently signed with a new agency, so I will be modeling again, which is exciting. Yeah, I just got some new photos back, and I guess, you know, there's a lot of crazy bad shit I've seen too. Like, I've been signed with agencies where,
Oh,
for
she's got
example,
stories.
I was at a job with a handful of my roommates, and they asked if our roommate was there, and we're like, no, she's home sleeping. She didn't know she had a job. They get mad at her, call her, and have her basically come to the job after like 2 hours of sleep. And her booker, who was her booker with our agency, didn't tell her about her job the next day. And she was 14 or 15, but I think she was 15. And he had her out drinking and doing coke the night before, because he was also a party promoter. And party promoters get paid to take models out to restaurants and eat for free, and clubs to dance for free and drink for free and shit like that. So
that kind of thing, like those kind of stories scare the crap out of me, because like that's one reason I never liked the idea of like going to clubs. I'm like, I don't want to get like the whole Akon treatment, like go to 21 and older club to find out there's like a 15-year-old girl posing or some shit.
Yeah.
I hate those kind of stories.
yeah, I've had other models steal all of my shit from VIP, like my purse, and they ended up leaving my phone and my passport in a cab for me. Like they left
Well,
it in a
that
cab,
was
and I
considerate
got
for
that
them.
bad. I guess they
lovely.
even stole like my contact case and my birth control that was in there and shit, and my hoodie that was with my stuff. So yeah, there's some pretty shitty people, but
So that's a question. Do you think
Yeah.
it's partially the industry, or is it just the type of people that are attracted to certain kinds of work? Like, well, like where do you think that kind of like why are there so many stories like that in these kind of industries, do you think?
it's just really predatory, you know. I think a lot of photographers are good people. I think it's a mix of good and shitty people, just like anything else, to be honest. But it's just really exaggerated because it's the whole entertainment industry, whether you're in music, modeling, acting, what have you. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's all generally the same, and that's why Andy and I, we really bonded over the shared experience because we just understand each other's experiences in a way that other people don't really understand. But
Yeah.
They are pretty similar jobs.
you know, like I never got famous. I never made a huge amount of money. Like by choice sometimes, but also like, you know, I snapped my ankle on I snapped 3 tendons and 3 ligaments and a tendon because Surface Magazine hired me to do a job, and they sent 2 creative directors to the shoot and to basically like direct it. And they wanted me to run on Floyd Bennett Field chasing the male model in like fucking 7-inch heels, and everyone's like, she can't run on those, like on a windy ass cracked up World War II airport runway.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm like,
what could go wrong?
No, it matches the outfit perfectly. And they threatened me and said if I didn't do it, they were going to call my agency, which was Major. And Katya, the director, is the biggest cunt in the fucking world. Fuck you, bitch. Dude, I had pneumonia and I was still going to my jobs and I was like coughing shit up. And she's like, oh, I'm so sick, mocking me. Like, that's how fucking shitty these people are. Yeah,
well,
she's
that's
person.
something too. Like I've met guys who are assholes, but the C word applies to women mostly exclusively because I've met some women who are just so like not just assholes, but like a level beyond. I'm like, I can't believe you exist. How do you get away living like this every day?
She's disgusting. She's a terrible person. But anyway,
in Minecraft.
So I do the runs because I don't want to get dropped by my cunty agent, you know. Right. And on the 3rd and final run, I fell and, you know, snapped it or whatever. These motherfuckers from the magazine were taking pictures of me while I was crying, like saying I was faking it, and then told the ambulance not to cut the bodysuit off me. And they're like, dude, that's why you have insurance. Like, let us do our jobs. And I was like, does anyone have a cigarette? And they tried to prevent someone from giving me a cigarette. And the photographer's assistant, he was like, I don't think her ankle's going to mind. Everyone else was totally on my side. Awesome. They took care of me. And then the magazine tried to fucking blacklist all of us after that. Oh, by the way, when they released the magazine photos, they fucking cropped the photo so you could only see from my thighs up.
Because of the
liability
shoes?
Or some shit. Yeah,
because of the shoes.
No, they just did it to be assholes because they
the
were so adamant about me, right? About how much
they were
I had
so
to run
insistent in it.
Yeah, they just did it to be assholes. Yeah. So my agency didn't want me I didn't have insurance, like health insurance, and so the only way I could pay for the elective surgery to not limp and be able to work and stuff, I had to go for work comp. So I wanted to go, you know, take the agency to court for it because they have insurance for shit like that. And my agency dropped me because they told me I was burning the bridge between them and Surface Magazine. And then when we went to court, Surface Magazine threw my agency under the bus, and my fucking shitty agency, Katya and her shitty agency, ended up having to pay for it because Yeah.
Yeah, they were shitty. Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. They
So like,
deserve it. Yeah.
so I have a story here. So like, someone can intentionally be an asshole like that, and by their own series of choices, get a wonderful woman like you heard trying to do her job, but then like I was in high school, we were tossing a water bottle around, and this girl tried to jump in front of my friend to catch it. It hit her in the nose. She started bleeding like a sieve. I carry her up like four flights of stairs to the nurse's office. And she's like, no, it's totally fine. I get it. It was my fault. And I go back to class, and my buddy leans over. He's like, so why did you punch that girl in the face? I'm like,
Jeez.
are you fucking? And so like for my first time going into like public school, it was high school. They called me wife beater for like 2 years because they thought I punched her in the
Oh
face.
no.
I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I'm so mad.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah,
It toughened me up though. I got in a lot.
for a wife beater, you're all right.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
That's when it flipped out.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of shit with the modeling industry. Like there was an incident where a photographer was using like some UV lights to fucking, I don't know, take pictures. It was like a flash UV, I believe. But anyway, it ended up burning the model's fucking eyes so bad she had to go to the emergency room.
Oh,
Get this.
Yeah.
They fucking called the agency, told them that agency sent another one of their models to finish the shoot. And they found out because she ended up going to the same fucking ER. They don't give a shit about their models at all. It's quite disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really sickening.
So
I've been told I'm getting fat. I'm a fucking size 0.
Yeah.
That's
That's the kind of shit I expect. The other stuff, I'm like, let's even look at it objectively. It's like you in that industry, in a sense, you kind of are a product in a way. So like, even for the longevity of a product, why would you not take care of the product? I don't know. It seems,
right.
Like, even from the objective, like money-wise thing, it seems really foolish to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're treated really well. You're paid well. You're treated well. Like good food, good company. It's great, and it all depends. There's many jobs we've been to where they go out and they get coffee for everyone, like the stylist, the hair, makeup, fucking everyone except the models, and everyone gets food except the models because we don't eat. We get a tray of cookies and water, like it's just bizarre shit. But yeah, they definitely treat you like a fucking piece of meat sometimes, like an unsavory piece of meat.
Yeah.
It's going bad fast. We have to get this done. Oh, jeez, dude.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But it happens.
Every industry has their thing, man. Like I've fallen off a roof 11 times, and that's just kind of part of my job. But it's a consequence of working in this kind of industry since I was 8 years old, and that's kind of just part of it. But yeah, man, it's like
Oh, I was just going to tell you, when I got to Mexico City, I realized it was the fucking B team, like not quality models. It was the second co-ed because my apartment, the model apartment in Korea was co-ed, so male and females, but not in the same rooms.
Was that weird? I was going to say, was that weird or no?
It was a little bit to me at first, but no, because like the guys had their own bedroom. Excuse me. Yeah. And in Mexico City, they had some girls and guys were sleeping in the same bed and shit. It was weird. It was very unprofessional. And I'm here to work. So when people are dropping acid and like, it's okay. It's one thing if you're drinking and smoking weed or going out to party, but when you're like doing acid and fucking other models in the apartment, it's fucking weird. It's super unprofessional.
When they're mixing the pleasure with the business also.
It was just too much. And I had a fucking dirty mattress with no sheets behind a couch in the living room. They didn't even have anywhere for me to sleep. The director of the agency, it was Mexico City's Fashion Week at the same time as New York's Fashion Week. So he just went to New York instead. He wasn't even there. I ended up dipping and leaving in the middle of it because I'm like, fuck this place, dude. I already fucking spent years building my book and they wanted to send me on free test shoots. I'm like, I'm here to get fucking paid, dude. Like, I'm not going on your free fucking, like, a couple, and then they kept trying to get me to do that. So I'm like, no, like, this is fucking weird. Plus, I'm with the B team. Like, I'm on a different level than these fucking amateur models that couldn't even get signed anywhere else, you know? Like, not to sound superior, but that's just the industry, you know? Like, I know the industry. So these girls convinced me to go out with a party promoter, which, like, yeah, I've gone out drinking and, you know, free dinners and shit in New York. So they talked to me about going out to dinner and then going to a mansion party with like a bunch of old rich fucking dudes. I'm like, something didn't sit right about it. Like, I just had a really
model that
gross,
feels,
bad feeling.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like,
not
what
good.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
no kidding.
So we go out to eat like the best food ever. I fucking grubbed, dude. And then I excused myself, went to the bathroom, and you know, I peed, took a couple selfies, and then went back out, and I was like, I'm like not okay. I'm gonna throw up. It must have been something I ate, and I fucking went home. And I just like made some shit up so I didn't have to go to that creepy mansion party, but I wanted to fucking eat for free. So I would just do shit like that where I'm like, give me all that food. Oh, I'm gonna hurl. I gotta go home.
Yeah. It's like, welcome models to this. Thank you for your shoot today. Tonight we're going to have dinner, and then we're going to go to a party with a bunch of old foreign men that don't know you and aren't related to the industry. Cool.
Yeah.
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 And in Mexico, I also had my luggage stolen by the airlines, where they go through and steal all your good shit and then sell it in some random shop. They gave me my suitcase like saran wrapped, and it was all cut apart, so it was destroyed luggage, and there was only a couple shitty things left. So, and I got that like 4 days later, so it was just miserable. But I will say I did get to go to Teotihuacan. How do you call it?
Teotihuacan.
Yeah. I can never say that right. But I got to go to the pyramids, and it was fucking amazing.
Oh, nice.
That looks so cool. I'd love
It
to
was
do
worth
that.
it.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
we got on the bus to go to the pyramids, and someone gets on there with a machine gun and a video, and he's recording us all. I'm like, why are they doing that? Oh, that's so they can identify the people that were on the bus if something happens. I'm like, got
Oh.
it.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people
Comforting.
were, you know, my mom's mom, she was alive at the time, and she was like talking to me like I was so dumb for, you can't go to Mexico City, it's so dangerous there and whatever. But I'm like, you know, like they have the same crime rate, like murder per capita, as Minneapolis, I'm pretty sure. And I go there all the time. I'm like, I can die anywhere, anything could happen. And in
True.
shittily, you know, men would try to grab you off the side, like off the fucking street. Like, I've had men actually try to
What?
kidnap me. Oh yeah.
Jeez.
What
Italy
the
is no fucking joke. It is.
bro?
People
Yeah.
were so fucking racist to me. And I'm talking about, I'd be standing at a crosswalk forever, and then an Italian would come up and traffic would stop. Like, my blonde hair, like, people just knew I wasn't from there, you know, and my freckles and blue eyes and shit. But yeah, people were that rude. They'd budge in front of me in line at stores, and they were just terrible to me. I mean, there was a few people that were nice, though, of course, just like everywhere. Not everyone's an asshole, but
Right.
the majority,
Yeah.
it was fucking gross. That's why I call it shittily. It was not a good time.
Dude, that's like,
And I got mugged
yeah.
there and had to go home because my agency wouldn't give me a little bit of money until I got money wired to me. And she's like, it just seems like you're here on holiday. And I was like, I would never fucking come here on holiday. Fuck this place. And then she told my mother agent that I threw my book at her. And I was like, it was already packed in my luggage, but I fucking would have. They tried to get me to sign a contract. So I didn't get to fulfill my contract. And like, you work and then you go to all these castings, and, you know, they basically, you have to pay them back out of all of the money you make after the castings, you know, for the fashion week.
Yeah.
So I had all of this shit booked to make the money, but can you wake up? Jesus. So they long story short, they wanted me to sign something saying I owed them, like, it was something ridiculous, like 9,000 euros. And I refused to sign it, of course. And I fucking lost my shit at her when she was just a big bitch to me, because she was another Katya, just horrible. But she ended up telling my driver to make sure I board my plane so I couldn't come back.
That's pretty great.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I took a good 6-year hiatus from modeling. Things are going to be a lot different now. I really like the agency I'm signed with so far, and it's not going to be like the international type shit like it was.
Well, that's
But
good.
I mean, you have to learn and grow with
Right,
anything,
yeah.
but I would
Yeah.
have done a lot of things differently. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
they
sure.
really want to walk all over you and shit. And in the creative industry, like I retweeted this before or on Facebook or whatever, but someone said something along the lines of people say, what was it? Like if you stand up for yourself, they say you're like difficult to work with in the creative industry, and it's very true. Like
I could see that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense.
you're hard to work with, and you're drama, and you're this and you're that if you stand up for yourself at all. And
You don't want to walk on your broken ankle. What a bit. No.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically they're awful. But I've had a lot of really amazing experiences and made a lot of really close friends. I still talk to a lot of people that I met to this day, and it's definitely a good life experience in ways. And you get to travel. I mean, I love traveling.
Except
That's
the shittily.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I still liked it for a few reasons,
Yeah.
like it was beautiful in Tuscany, and I went to a real, that's what I was going to use for another truth. I went to a real whole pig roast. That was different for me. I mean, I know we do that in America, but I had never
Katie,
seen
I'm
one.
from Hawaii.
I know, no
have trouble
kidding.
believing that.
That's normal
A
for
whole
you,
pig-
right? That's just a
a whole pig-
Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, wait, a whole pig, just one?
Yeah, just one. It was just a
Oh.
Tuesday for kahunas. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
refill my milk. Do you want to refill?
Sure.
Okay, wake your ass up.
I'm awake.
He's awake. His heartbeat's at 30, but he's awake.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Tell your craziest story from music.
My craziest story for music. Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm sure there's a fuck ton of them, dude. I've heard stories from musicians before. It's freaking wild.
Oh yeah, there's a few of them. Let's see here. So one of those times I was at Warped Tour, I was on one of their buses, one of the bands playing. And I'm just chilling, and another quite famous dude came onto the bus, and he was just shooting the shit with the bus driver. And I'm just chilling there on my phone, and just trying not to interrupt him. But I had the displeasure of overhearing him talk about how he just basically at every one of the dates would just walk up and down the line, the long line outside of Warped Tour, or really any show that forms.
Yeah.
They would just walk up and down the line, and he specifically targeted younger fans, but specifically girls, and just tried to get Adderall off of them.
Oh, dude, that reminds
And
me.
succeeded.
That's so weird.
And he was so proud of it. He was the biggest piece of shit.
When we were waiting for an orgy concert, it was not the original drummer, but one of the drummer at the time, who was not the original drummer.
Just
for
to clarify,
Powerman
we're talking about the band,
5000.
right?
Yeah, the band. So
I was hoping that was
my best friend Sierra, she was, I think we were 13 at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it was I don't know. We were minors for sure. And the drummer was fucking older, and he kept trying to fucking get with Sierra. And when we were outside in line, it was fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Fucking pedophiles.
I feel like the older I get, the more stories I hear about people just being like that. I'm like, that's so creep. I had a friend, when she was 12 years old, she was having guys 30 years old. She was
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I remember being that young.
She had a large personality, but
Yeah.
But it was still that's obviously not an adult.
These dudes, you're so mature for your age, and you're so, fuck you. No, you're just a creep. You're just a fucking creep.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I've seen it go the opposite way too. I was 16 or 17 doing a job at a different mountain over here with my dad. Like, we had to go camp there for a week to do this job. And they were having Canadian Thanksgiving over there. And this one woman, she had to be probably around my dad's age, so like 40, 45 at the time. And there's my dad and I'm 15 or 16 or 16, 17. And she's like all drunk and trying to like come on to me and him at the same time. Like, are you guys like brothers? And I'm like, I'm a child. I'm a large child, but I'm a child.
Yeah. There's definitely women that are fucking creeps too, for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, like, and I've mentioned Seattle. Every time I go there since I've been like 17 or 18 years old, some stranger has grabbed my ass almost every time I've gone there.
What?
It's Seattle, so you never see who it is, but a lot. A lot. That as a start, it's Seattle, man. It's like a friend of mine who lives close by too. She mentioned, she's like, yeah, no, they have a study that shows like the sexual deprivation of like every major state, and Washington is number 2.
Wow.
After California.
Oh yeah.
California, yeah. Seattle is just colder San Francisco.
I could see that.
It has the steep streets and everything, and the naked people pooping everywhere. Yeah.
California's the worst for like men who treat women like shit. I am thoroughly convinced it's the worst state for that.
I have no doubt. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, you got LA there, right? That makes sense.
Yeah. And it's too bad because like you leave LA and some of the major cities, and there are parts of California where they have the same beautiful women and a lot and almost none of the problems. I'm like, I could live here if it wasn't fucking California. Yeah, this is cool.
California, like I really like Northern California.
Minnesota has beautiful women. That's what Slug from Atmosphere says.
Wait, what did you say?
Slug from Atmosphere. You know Atmosphere?
It sounds familiar, but I can't place music off the top of my head.
I'll send you some of his stuff. That's really good.
Yeah, but
it's good hip hop.
Okay. That explains why I don't know it.
Yeah.
What do you listen to?
Yeah, Pat, what do you listen to?
All about the metals.
Yeah.
Do you have a background in music, CA?
Do I have a background? What?
Do you play?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends that do, but not myself.
I was getting musician vibes from you a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Slightly,
Probably because I hang out with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird being the one guy who doesn't do music in a whole group of people who do?
It always is. I'm like, what do these things do? It makes noise. I like noise, yes.
It's like, what do you think about this song? Yeah. Oh, it was good beats and good boops. I enjoyed all those.
Good beats and boops.
Yeah,
good boops.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the tempo was nice to my ear hole. I like the tempo.
The sounds, they did things for my brain.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Had some sort of resonance that I liked.
Yeah.
That's a word, right?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah. You're just like Michael Scott trying to come up with like black people terms and just making shit up.
Oh god, that's just so fun. Dink and Flicka.
Well, like, dude, some people who are musicians and have been their entire lives, they're so annoying because they're so talented. Like it's like, oh, have you ever done that before? No, and they just start doing stuff. I'm like, what the fuck?
Quite talented. Yeah.
My old roommate, who was a piece of shit, but he was really talented with the guitar. Like I heard him in the other room.
Sounds like a guitarist.
Yeah, sounds like it. But he'd be over there like playing, and he's swearing like he's fucking up, but I don't hear it. Like he keeps doing it. I'm sort of like, I'm not hearing when you're fucking up, dude. It just sounds great to me.
Maybe that was just the lyrics to a song and you just didn't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's like, get in near, fuck. Get in near.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Like Tourette's.
The thing is, he's in the black metal. So if I can understand it, it's not lyrics to it.
Oh.
Yeah,
like the Tourette's karaoke guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They
Tourette's metal
see
would
me
be
driving
funny.
around town with a girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you and I'll fuck her to him. Anyway.
Have you guys seen the Tourette's karaoke guy?
I have
I
not.
think I might have seen a clip, but not like a whole video. Yeah.
Oh my god. We should play one.
Oh.
Nah.
What did we do? I think we played a Family Guy song on Wrangler's stream
Don't
the other day.
Yeah.
Me, Andy.
I think it was. Oh yeah, he played the sodomy song from Family Guy on stream.
Oh, God.
I'm like, well, if we're going down, this is why.
Might as well, yeah.
Oh,
With thunderous applause.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
This-
here.
This is how monetization dies.
With thunderous applause.
Yeah.
No, for real though, YouTube will let that fly until they don't want you around anymore.
Yeah.
So they'll just take note of that, and then like whenever they're done with you, they'll just be like, oh yeah, this, that,
Oh.
the other thing.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like what like everyone's like, oh, just use the YouTube for kids for your kids if you're gonna let them. I'm like, first, I'm not letting my kid when my kid's with me, they do not have access to the internet. First of all,
Yeah.
That's fair.
Secondly, like, do you know what they allow on YouTube Kids? It's fucking
Too much.
disgusting.
For
It's
sure.
disgusting. They let this gay couple with a channel play with a game called Is It a Dick or a Dildo, and that's allowed on YouTube Kids.
On YouTube
Wow.
Kids, that's
On
fucked
YouTube
up.
Kids, yeah, it's
That's-
dude, it's
oh, that's
fucked.
fucked
That's
up.
super fucked up. I didn't know about that. It's
Oh,
fucked
dude,
up.
it like you watch it and you're like, I can't believe this is not
Jesus,
this is even
Andy.
allowed on YouTube, let alone YouTube Kids. Couldn't
Right.
believe it.
See, and I just get upset when they bait and switch the kids shows. You know, so like,
Oh yeah, yeah, I've
yeah,
seen
like
that too.
you'll get some fake Coco Melon or like fake Bluey that pops on.
Yeah, because like Cocomelon, Bluey, those are fine, or like Dave and Ava or whatever, and all those different ones, and
Yeah,
they're all good. But then they have those ones that are not good, and they just look just like it.
they're trying to look like it. Yeah, and it's so that like when if the parents like walking by or something, they just look over and they don't think anything of it. It's predatory,
Right.
you know.
Right.
Well, like I think everyone here is old enough to remember like the earlier days of the internet, where it was like they
Oh,
had all
definitely.
they had those fake like Disney and kid sites that were like if you mistyped it by like one letter, it would take
Yeah.
you to like this basically porn site or like
Oh wow.
you know whatever else.
Everything.
Oh, dude, it was wild back in the day when I was a kid.
Man, I remember my little sister. Oh.
What happens to me after I record a song? Oh, well, I'm absolutely fucked. Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, like if you didn't know
Yeah.
better, it sounds like it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Just me, or is it fading out for everyone?
I can't hear it. Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear it. And I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I heard that.
I heard that, yeah.
Huh.
I'm not saying anything. I'm letting the thing go.
I can't hear a thing.
No.
Oh,
Said too much. He's like, fuck! Boy, fucker.
Can you
But
imagine
he
like
actually sings
yeah.
really well.
Ugh.
And then he just like, lady in red cheeks, and like just says this like random
off the wall like can you imagine
Yeah,
like
it's amazing.
singing like a serious or like very
He's like,
emotional like
Boy, fucker. But he's like,
oh imagine like
Yeah.
singing like a really serious or emotional song like Still Loving You by the Scorpions.
yeah.
Still love the fuck.
I always miss
Yeah.
Andy on like 70s and 80s songs. I'm like, who's this? And he didn't know that Sweet Emotion was Aerosmith, and he didn't get
Yeah.
a Scorpion song, like a lot of them.
I was born in 1990.
Oh,
But
hey,
I'm very proud of you when you do get a random song right.
Yeah.
It makes me excited.
It's usually because I look at the radio and
oh
I just say what it says.
you cheat. Oh,
Yeah.
that's something. I'm terrible with like I'm good at memorizing books and stories and movies, quotes.
He's
the whole
lying. We don't even have a radio. We don't have a good enough car to have a radio that says anymore. used to have a shitty CD player I put
You.
in,
Hey,
but I would hide it.
Back in
You
the
see,
day.
see that finger? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you. How dare you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, what were you saying?
Oh, like when it comes to song lyrics, I cannot remember song lyrics to save my life. Like
Oh,
I
wow.
like if I'm going to remember song lyrics, I have to write them down in order and practice. That's the only way I can do it, man.
Yeah.
Part
Oh,
of it comes down to like I can't hear all of the lyrics. I can just hear like the
Yep.
chorus and maybe a couple lines here and there. But
I'm-
it's so frustrating.
The opposite.
Oh, we're at 2 hours.
Like I remember song lyrics, not movies and other shit like that. It's
I could probably quote almost the entirety of Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Right now.
that's
Right
my
now.
entire friend group. That's my entire friend group's like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, sick.
Half of D&D when we play D&D is just them quoting that or another movie or
Any early Jim Carrey movie, actually. Yeah.
I didn't think I had movies memorized like that, and then I had Lord of the Rings on the other day, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, to be fair, you've seen it 900 times this year
Probably.
alone.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it helps that movie's so quotable. It's so good.
it is.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
And you
Like,
can
is it-
kind of go on. There you go.
Is there a line from from any of the 3 movies that you would take out? I can't think of one.
I probably could.
I'm sure there are some like arbitrary, like especially in the Hobbiton in the beginning that you could take out, but I wouldn't want to. I don't think it would make it better to take any of them out.
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That movie is about as near the perfect as you can get.
Yeah. And I mean, it's still not perfect either. Like, where's I mean, if we're gonna go down this road, where's the dude that's jealous of Frodo inheriting everything? Right. There's a whole character missing there.
Right.
That's a big deal. Plus, Gandalf seems like a little bit bigger deal in the books, ironically. Like,
Oh,
he's a big
See-
deal in the show, but in the books, he's a little.
they do treat him a little casually in the movies, don't they?
A little bit like
Little bit,
he's
yeah.
a wizard. You know what I mean? But in the
Whatever.
books, it's like he's
Sorry,
like this.
what was
horse.
this?
Yeah, yeah, those are my titties. There you
Oh.
He's just over there like
It was in your titties.
go. Titties.
Come on, Orky. Come on.
These dogs, man. We gotta do something with them for the stream, babe, because they are a huge distraction.
Oh, they're so cute. This beefy
There's
little boy.
there's one option. Put him down. That's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's all.
I guess. Yeah.
oh,
You heard him, babe.
Never do that to you, sweet little boy. Mwah.
It's like I love dogs, but if it came down to it, yeah, I'm eating a dog if I have to.
Fuck that.
We're humans, man. We'll eat other humans.
Dude, did you guys watch One
I mean,
Piece?
don't do that, but yeah.
I would
Don't
not
do that, but yeah,
I would not
yeah,
kill
for
someone
sure.
with the intention of eating them, but in
If they
Minecraft.
died,
I
but
don't
if they
even
died,
mean morally.
Hey,
I don't have a problem with it in Minecraft.
Right.
did you watch
In Minecraft,
One
yeah.
Piece? I
Well-
could have easily eaten dog by mistake in Korea, even though I was trying to be careful. But that's okay.
Right. Well, here's the
Um,
thing about. Oh,
I
go
don't
on.
want to
Sorry.
think about it. No, I just need to know if you guys watched One Piece.
I did.
I have never read, watched, or done anything with One Piece except be disappointed by its art style.
Okay,
Ah.
Pence.
I'm sorry.
I just watched.
I'd rather pull a chef. What the chef did.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
That was a fucking good episode.
true.
you should give the live action a shot, Kahuna.
I've
Live
heard
action's
I've seen clips. It doesn't look bad for what it is.
It
Especially
actually is pretty good.
the fact that it didn't make everybody immediately pissed is a good sign because people who like One Piece love One Piece.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
And those people are happy.
I'm so full of utter juice.
And
Did
here's
you say
another thing.
Wait. Did you say otter juice?
No, it's just utter juice.
Oh,
It's not utter juice. It's udder juice.
A dirt juice.
Or
okay,
is
got
it?
Or is it? I don't know. Babe.
It's moo juice.
Moo juice.
No juice. Ah.
It's udder
Well, that works.
juice,
Okay, settled.
but it's moo
Ugh.
juice.
Yeah.
What, you don't like milk? That's so fucking good.
I don't
No,
mind
it's
milk. I don't like pre-milk. I don't like that. Milk is fine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
What were we just talking about before she brought up milk?
One Piece, not
One
milk.
Piece. That's right.
And
Let's
cannibalism.
stay on.
It's another good. It's
That's
another
true,
good
that's true.
sign when like the really hyper politicized people on both sides can both agree that this is a good show.
What
That's a good sign.
Usually,
Like
yeah.
kind of AI creepy
It's happening
shit is
less
this?
and less.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And One Piece stands out like with both sides. Like, yeah, that's good. You know. And
I feel like the
cool.
I
I
don't
feel like the
belong to either
Mandalorian was
side,
kind of
so
like
stop.
that in season.
It was.
1 or
Let's
2.
stop
It
saying
was.
both sides because then it just makes it seem like that's the only choice and that's the only thing.
Okay.
Like, okay, no, I'm not either side.
You don't understand. You
Neither.
missed the conversation earlier. You're either with the Kahuna, you either have Kahunas or you don't. And those are the only two sides that really matter.
You either got the Kahunas and Pences or you don't.
Yep. Yeah.
You got two beautiful Kahunas, one Pence.
And
Beautiful
big
world.
fat Pence.
You got some
It's
AC.
tremendous.
It's no DC. We're not like that. The only D allowed in the room is me. Big D.
Yeah.
So you have a tremendous Pence and Kahunas in his voice.
I have a big, beautiful Pence. Wonderful, full body Kahunas.
Yes.
Full body Kahuna.
Yes. Yes. Flip that.
Oh, bro, that's so stupid.
Full body kahunas.
Oh man.
That's great. So we're over the 2-hour mark, boys. What do you
boy,
think?
nice.
I'm good, but we can call it here. I probably should go to bed at some point, but I'm in no rush either
Go
way.
to
How
bed.
you-
You sleep?
I actually do sleep when I have to work. Yeah.
Oh,
How you feeling, Pence?
I'm good. I can keep going.
What about you, Ben?
I can keep going. I know you want me to
Well,
play
we're
with your
powering
Pence,
through then,
but
Kahuna. We're gonna keep going a little bit.
You want to play with you want me to play with your Kahunas and you want me to play with your Pence, but we got time. The baby's still sleeping.
Just turn off the cam and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, something went wrong.
Oh no, there's suddenly a lot of turbulence.
We always just put it on. We always throw the van on cruise control and crawl in the back.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just let her drive.
Oh, it's like a Tesla, except it doesn't self-drive.
Yeah, we just put Xander in the front and he just, you know,
Oh, there you
Keeps
go.
it-
Maybe.
between the lines.
He's a really good driver. You guys.
Yeah. I'm really proud of him. You know,
So
he's not even
sober every time.
Yeah.
But
Stone sober
I must say that having
Not-
a van is really awesome
for
for reasons.
for a 2-year-old man. He sure can make his own decisions. Like, I'm not even gonna continue this joke anymore. This is ridiculous.
This is good. I'm not sure where this is going.
Yeah. Just like, dude, he's gonna be a great NASCAR driver when he turns 4.
He is.
Yeah, he already is.
He's only crashed once.
My oldest wants to get a motorcycle because he sees my dad and I riding motorcycles all the time, and I'm like, I need to be able to trust you, like, to do basic stuff before I can let you get on a motorcycle.
Wait, how
man.
old is he?
Yeah.
My oldest, Thorin, he is 6.
Oh,
6 years old, turning
I
7 in
thought you
February.
only had one boy.
Nope, I got 2 boys. Yep, we had 4, didn't quite stick, and then we had Thorin Joseph Magrum and Elric Matthew Magrum.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those
Good man.
names.
Those
names are
great.
Yeah,
What
fantastic.
sweet boys. I love them already.
They're sweet, and like my youngest, like as soon as he was born, I'm like, everything about you has been easier so far. I love both of you, but one of you is much easier than the other.
I feel there's
Yeah.
so much where I feel like Xander is so easy and we're so lucky with like his health and stuff. Well, he does have besides his burn that he got from touching a defective outside of an oven at my mother-in-law's.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
his he's got a dermoid cyst like right here on his temple that it's when it gets to a point where we have to have it surgically removed, we will, and they do. They're pretty sure that's what it is. So we're just waiting it out as long as possible. But it's gonna be hard. I wasn't put under for surgery until I was 14, so it's gonna be hard for me. But
I think it's because I was raised, man, but I hate the hospital. Always
Yeah.
hate the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
Me too. I feel like I live there sometimes, so it's not fun.
You know,
but
Yeah,
It's
you
all-
mentioned that. It sucks. It sucks.
It's where people go to die. You know,
no,
only
I can
6
get
people that are
fixed up
there.
too. No. But Xander, I feel like he's so easy sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, can you ever just chill and like go
He's
to
a boy.
bed?
The answer is no.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
boys
will.
will never chill.
He doesn't. He's not the. Sometimes he'll get cuddly, but
Yeah.
it's rare. Like, I mean, like every day, like there's times where you could chill with him and he'd like watch TV and cuddle with you.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to put him to bed, he'll fight it to the bitter end. He'll keep sliding out of bed and running around the room. And it's like every time so when Andy works, he gets up at 2 a.m. So it's really early. And for some reason, it's like he knows when it's a work night for Andy because he will fucking stay up so late on those nights.
Yeah.
Oh, so he
It's
gets.
like-
So he'll be there when Daddy gets going.
Or
Yeah.
something like that.
And this weekend, he woke up at 1:40 in the morning and he would not go back to bed. I mean, like,
Yeah.
but he was tugging at his ear and then we gave him a bottle and he was like, he drank it, but he was chewing on, he's just got a back tooth coming in. But he, woke up crying and he just fucking keeps sliding his ass out of bed. And he always, so I've had my eyebrow ring pierced. I think this is the 4th or 5th time because it keeps getting ripped out. And
Ow.
Fun.
it was finally almost healed. And this kid
never
will
run to the
find a way out. Like I'll adjust myself. So, okay, even if I fall asleep, there's no way he can get at it right now. And then he'll like fucking reach around and roll and just like punch me right in the eyebrow ring. Like in his sleep, it's like he always goes right at it. So it's at the point now where it's migrated out and there's so much bar showing that I think, hold on, roll your Orcus. So anyway,
about you?
I think I might
What
have
about-
to take it out and let it heal. Try it one last time.
What
But
about you, C? What about you, C? Do you have any kids?
I do not. No kids for me.
Not after my
Kid
story. You
free.
won't want any.
Yeah, he's gonna be eating puke and shit. Dude, that's why you're gonna tell that story to some people and they're gonna be like, yeah, I need some kids. Free shit. Andy, did you watch our stream, Kahuna, where I talked about the night we met and Andy made me watch, not the night we met, but the first night we like spent together.
Yeah.
We were watching movies all night and he made me watch My Strange Addiction. Because I was like
Yeah,
really sore
yeah,
on my
yeah, you
butt,
told me
and I'm like, can I
Yeah.
lay in your bed, want to cuddle? Sure. And then he throws on diaper munching. She was like taking shitty diapers out, stealing them out of people's garbages. And her best
What?
friend's getting all mad. I thought she was done with this and, shit like that.
We
This
let
is
women
not
vote,
okay.
and then this is what they do. I'm kidding.
Yeah, men
Oh,
never do
crap.
anything ridiculous, do they? You fucking
Never,
jackass.
No, never. Not at all.
Jesus Christ.
Especially in ancient history. No sodomy in the warrior culture of the Spartans. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That old chestnut. Like it wasn't super common in ancient Greece, but in
Oh,
Spartan
it's just
culture, it was
butt
for a while.
sex.
So what? He was 7.
Yeah.
Basically
no
a man.
kidding.
Basically a man.
Nasty.
Yeah.
That's so fucking gross.
Bro, it's
Well,
so
that's
fucked, yeah.
that's how you connect with your unit, man.
It's like we're all so close. It's like the interest Spartans, Spartans. Like, and the barracks is like we're so close, guys. You just
Yeah.
I love
Oh.
you, Rolly. You're such a good little boy. You're a good puppy. Yes, you are. But you're a good puppy. Oh, you're a good puppy.
Here's a confession: men like when their wives say that to them as well.
She's a good puppy. I'm ignoring you too.
Oh, I know. That's fine.
I'm just
It's a-
kidding.
It's typical. Don't worry.
So it is.
9 years experience.
Whatever.
So, Pence, you married or what? Like, what's your
Nope.
domestic situation?
My domestic situation is I am single. I am me.
I exist and I am enough. Both sides. Like like that gif of the Indian with the single tear looks over single.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Single's
No.
good.
It
I
can
wanted
be.
to be.
I've
I wanted to be
always
single.
hated being
So
single.
yeah, I wanted to be single so bad when I met Andy. But they're both good for reasons,
Of course.
Yeah. When you're with someone, it's like you have someone you can blame for shit, and then when you're by yourself, that person's you.
Unless you have a dog, you can blame a dog.
You didn't do the taxes right.
Exactly. I know the IRS will buy that.
No, and like Katie, regarding like the kid being cuddly and such, that'll kind of come and go. It'll be less and less because he's a boy and he's getting older. But
Are you
like,
calling me Katie?
well, can't like no, it's easier. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot
Yeah.
that was there, and I don't know why, but I'm like, how did you know to call me that? Because I'm so used to people calling me Catherine now, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What like Moonlight?
Oh yeah, I forgot we put it Katie there.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's crazy that you knew that. All right.
I just feel it, man.
Well,
Honestly.
Andy doesn't call me, and like I've had to tell him like it bothers me that you never call me by my name, because I think it's like some people get upset when their partners call them by their names. Like I feel like how when your mom uses your full name, they feel like I don't know, but I think it's like
it's nice to hear it occasionally, as long as it's not used like in anger. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He almost never calls me Katie. It's like very rare. But like if I'm like we don't really I don't know. I don't think we argue too much, but like if I'm ever at him, I'm like, and he calls me babe or something, I'm like, I have a fucking name.
But then like depending on your mood, he could have been like said your full name. You're like, I'm your wife. You don't need to call me that.
Yeah.
They're both the wrong answer depending on the day.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's true.
I do get annoyed when people refer to me as Andy's wife and I'm right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've been introduced as Andy's wife, and like, oh, your wife, and I'm like, dude, I have a fucking name, like, and I'm right here, like, what the hell?
No,
I have my own identity, and it's not just a wife. I'm not just a wife.
And Andy, she's yabbering again. Can you explain what she's talking about? Your wife, your wife. I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. Just leave it for me.
You're gonna get the man murdered. Come on.
Orcus,
In
can
Minecraft.
you fucking come here? Let's switch spots.
I'm over here. She can't do anything to me.
That's why I'm saying him.
Andy, you're tough, right?
Put them kahunas over. Wait, kahunas can be balls too, not just
No, not
titties.
typical. It's never meant titties. It's been referred to by as testicles, but no. No, kahuna was a word.
Kahunas were boobies. And then I'm like, oh, they can be balls now.
No, it's never been boobies. Whoa.
Oh, shit. I just thought you meant like them kahunas.
I say that as a joke. No, kahunas was transformed by the West. I sat on my kahunas again. No.
Sat on my kahunas again.
Come on then. Come here, kahunas.
Orcus is being jealous again.
Come here.
Oh, it happens.
And then Orcus, he had these big balls when he got when he got neutered. So he had this long rudder. We called it his rudder. But it crank up now. Yeah, dude, when we were on our road trip, it's like he kept crawling from the middle seats into the way back trunk space of the SUV. And his balls kept getting cut. So we'd look back and the whole dog was in the back, but his balls were like stuck on the seat. Come on then.
Bro.
Come on,
Yeah.
It was like some friends of ours growing up. My brother and I would go over to their house, and they had this 3-legged dog that limp around. And one day, my brother picked up the dog and was like petting him. He's all excited and picked him up, belly up, and I'm like, oh, he has 4 legs. All right.
Yeah.
My brother looked at like he was rubbing his belly, then he rubbed down a little too far. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh
no!
Oh, fantastic.
Oh no!
It's a dog, but it's still gay.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for the next show?
It's like ignoring the bestiality. It's still homosexual.
Yeah.
He's a good baby.
But that's becoming a trend lately.
What bestiality?
Yeah,
Been hearing more about
it's
it.
just furries. It's just furries.
Oh,
It's because
Oh,
of that.
yeah.
It's because of that. It's because of that
fucking
Beast
gross.
Stars anime. It's all that show's fault.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, those people are fucking whatever.
Wait, there's
Furries the
there's a
anime.
what?
Like this one person, I called her a lady on Twitter, and she got really mad at me, and she was trying to tell me that she was a cat. I'm like, dude, you're not a fucking cat though. You're a person. So let's grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stop
That's
being
even-
so fucking emotional.
Yeah.
That's even worse than it's ma'am. 6
Yeah,
foot
yeah.
forward, linebacker
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worse. It's worse than that because it's like it's cat. A cat couldn't tell me that.
Exactly.
Well, I personally will, like, I have no problem referring to people as the pronouns they want. If it's like, you know, if you want to be called they, that's fine, or he or she, like, I'm fine with that. Like, it gets to the point where, you know, it's like the whole
Well, you're not
kid
trying
thing.
to upset people. It's just
No,
Yeah.
and we do, like, kids are sponges. We are here to guide them, shape them, form them, and
Kids.
we do sway them in their mind. And it's ridiculous to say that they don't have an influence on our children. Yes, you fucking do. Or why are we sending them to your schools?
Yeah.
If
For
you
real.
can't direct them in any way, there's no point in them being there.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there is no reason on God's green fucking earth that my 12-year-old son needs to be alone in the doctor's room and you can hide information from me, because I don't know what the fuck you're telling my kid.
Mhm.
You know how many people
True.
get abused by their therapists and stuff? Like, that's not okay. And
Yeah.
we have had nightmare experiences with all kinds of doctors in every field, or, like, you know,
Yeah.
specialty or whatever. So I don't trust doctors.
Right.
Most of them. You're not going to be alone with my kid and hide shit from me. There's no fucking way.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fucking weird.
I've never been down for that whole. You can tell your doctor, but you can't tell your parents stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, my
Yeah.
friend's
Yeah.
son was like, she found out, he got out of his doctor's visit and found out they were giving him the HPV vaccine at like 12 or 13.
Mhm.
What the fuck, dude?
And it's all because they present the option to the kid. They let the kid decide. Most kids are excited that they get agency in their life, so they're going to say yes every time, or
Right.
most of the time.
Well, and it's
an
like,
opportunity to make a
they're not
choice.
going to
yeah.
be like, let me
Yeah.
go discuss this with my mom in the waiting room. You know?
Yeah.
They're
They-
like, oh, my doctor says it's the right thing to do. Well, we're told to trust them, so
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's like when there's those creepy people out there who are like giving beer or worse substances to kids. It's like
Yeah.
the kid's not considering why is this person doing this thing that could get them in a lot
Yeah.
of trouble. They're just like, oh, I can do this very adult thing now, and it's
Right.
Yeah.
it's.
I remember being a kid and thinking that way too.
Well, yeah,
Like-
we all do.
It's not the first, like, it's not that like consequences never cross your mind. It's more like it's all prioritized differently and ordered differently in your brain.
Right.
Yeah, you have different levels of priority.
Yeah. So like you said, that adult thing is just at the forefront, you know, and it's
Yeah,
almost
for
like
sure.
the consequences will matter when they matter, I guess, kind of thing. I don't know. Kids are,
Yeah.
you know, okay. So the Romans considered adolescence a time of insanity, and
Makes sense.
yeah.
The Japanese feel that way about early age, but not quite adolescence. Yeah.
Well, I may have misspoken. Young adulthood. It's like that transition into adulthood, that period of time when you're like partying essentially.
Ah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you're doing all the stupid shit you're not supposed to do, and I never did it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't either. I was surrounded by it though, but so I feel you.
Yeah. See, you see some weird shit. Like went to this part. Never mind. I can't talk about that. Oh. I started going. My brain started going there. I'm like, I can't talk about that.
I'm surprised you didn't pick that you peed on Canada.
Oh yeah, I did pee on Canada once.
You peed on Canada?
I did. Yeah.
My man. No.
Yeah, just right on Canada.
It's like it was a joke when I was in high school. It was like anytime we saw like a little like single person or like single like a propelled plane in the sky, I'd be like, hey, the Canadian Air Force.
The whole airport, yeah.
I think I got glitter in my contacts.
So funny.
What was I just talking about?
I don't know, poop.
Partying, you didn't party.
Poopy.
High school, our perception of
adolescence.
things, the Romans.
Yeah. They literally viewed like their young adults as like insane, and so like it was almost like, oh, keep away from them, or kind of thing. I could be misspeaking because I'm tired and it's just from memory, but like there's something there with like I don't know.
Andy, you're admitting that you could make a mistake in your words at any point.
I can't. Yeah.
How? What? Wow.
Yes.
I'm disappointed.
I enjoy making mistakes, Kahuna, because I can learn.
Yeah, I enjoyed making some mistakes. There's some others. I'm like, oh, never
You're
mind. I regret that.
Yeah, you don't want to like only make mistakes.
Oh my god, I can't deal with how loud I'm getting sensory shit right now.
Are they telling you that you can't present your kahunas online?
I think that
I got some.
These are my kahunas, and this is my truth, and I will not. I have a voice. I will not be silenced.
I will not be held down.
I'm gonna tie up your kahunas.
She's gonna tie up my kahunas.
What does a kahuna mean? Look at how good my ring looks.
A kahuna is a badass person.
Oh,
do you guys actually want to know what kahuna means?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. So we'll go back to the original Western definition, which was they heard people saying kahuna and they thought it was a funny word, and they saw a big wave like, whoa, that's a big kahuna. And that's where that came from. But then in Hawaii, the perception is, and if you look it up on Google, it'll tell you it means like a Hawaiian wise man or a shaman kind of thing, like almost a religious figure. And
a shaman?
Yeah,
kind of, yeah. But that's not quite right either, truthfully. My grandpa told me big kahuna, yeah.
Big kahuna.
The kahuna is present. No.
It's a big kahuna.
So what's the accurate term?
The accurate term I found out from my grandpa recently was that it actually just means anyone who is a master in their field, like someone like kind of like a journeyman in a trade, kind of like that.
Yeah.
If you have reached a certain level of mastery in whatever you do, you're a kahuna of that. So that's what it actually means.
It's like a black belt
of testicles.
Yeah, of testicles. Like if you were a black belt at testicles, you would be a testicle kahuna.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I follow it.
Yeah.
I'm an expert in testes.
You're a tarot kahuna.
All right then.
And he's like, well, then what? Wait, no. You don't lie on stream.
He knows why.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. This is definitely a late night stream. You can.
Oh, for sure.
Can you tell?
What time is it, man? I haven't even checked. Oh my god, my wrist.
1:41 here.
The hour of the kahuna.
I don't think it's
the hour of the kahuna.
That sounds like a bad movie.
Hour of the kahuna.
Hour of the kahuna.
Definitely a B horror movie.
Yeah.
Or it's like there's a sequel. Russia invades Hawaii. Our kahunas.
Hour of kahunas.
Our kahunas. Alohas. Alohas.
Aloha hour.
Oh yeah.
Like aloha hour.
Yeah.
Oh
man, I love the Hawaiian language, man. It trips
lay
people
day.
Up so easy. What was that?
D-Day. Instead of D-Day, it's lay day.
Oh, lay day.
Not as funny, but
then they all get the "I got laid in Hawaii" T-shirts, and it's a bad,
yeah. We've all heard that. Oh, he just got laid.
Well, like some things are obvious, but they have to be done. That's not one of them. It's too obvious.
Yeah.
But like my buddy, when he finally got into the Navy years ago, it was like I got him a shirt. It was like, "Hey, the seaman before, a seaman again," and he didn't think it was as funny as I did.
I think it's hilarious. It's fucking great. You know who does it well is Roswell. They do their merchandising. It's obvious, but not like I got laid in Hawaii.
Yeah. Did you guys ever hear that Culkin Company's commercial in Australia? They're Australia-based Culkin company.
No.
They made Culk. It's a construction thing, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's in Australia, this is how the commercial goes. The real life commercial, not done for humor's sake.
All right.
Anyway, if you got a hole in your dick, you just come to the store. You find us. We're the big black cock, and that's where you'll find us.
That's beautiful.
You got a hole in your deck. We're the big. Go to the store. We're the big black Hulk. But because it's Australian, got a hole in your dick. Come to the store with you find us instead of big black cock. That's us. Oh, bro, it's painful. It's so good.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude, I love shit like that.
Dude, in Australia is the shit too.
I've never been. My sister liked New Zealand better, but yeah,
Really?
Australia sounds fun.
You can, Aussie music. You can just dive into that. You don't need any other kind of music. Australian metal. There you go. That's all you need.
That sounds fun, dude.
It does.
They know what's up. They know what's up.
Well, it's like fuck the Swedes, the Finnish. They're saving metal in some ways. Like they've made some like freaking modern metal. There is some good modern metal. That's like for me. I really like discovered Beast in Black recently, trying to see if I can see that.
Beast in Black is awesome,
dude. That like I hate saying it about a band I haven't listened to forever, but it's like this might be like a top 5 for me. And then you got like Eclipse and Heat and all the like some of those guys, and they're just so solid, dude.
I like how you mentioned 2 Berserk based bands.
Maybe I just really like Berserk. I don't know.
I really do. If you haven't noticed,
I think everybody does, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I do like it, but anyone who doesn't, I totally get it. Like people keep like,
of course.
Like someone was talking to me about trying to get Royce to read it. So I'm like, Royce is not. Berserk is not for someone like Royce from A Drink with Crazy.
It's too long. It's too long for him.
Well,
yeah, fair enough.
That, and I think some of the content is too harsh, frankly. Like,
well, so I know exactly what you're talking about, but I could see. Yeah. I don't know. I have this feeling like Royce could get past that if the story is compelling enough. It's if they do it in a bad way, and I've never heard anybody say that Berserk does anything pointlessly or in bad taste even. Like I've heard some in bad taste.
I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, really. I mean, kind of Berserk is kind of the way they go at things is they don't give a single fuck.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than that.
It makes sense for the story, but it goes with the themes really well, because some of the themes, like the world is fucked up, and that's the point. Yeah. And but it. I think the attention to everything's in bad taste.
Well, it's like in Berserk. I think the thing is, it's not like some other stories show these horrible things, and then they'll try to pretend like it'll either be pointless or they'll try to justify it in a way.
Right.
Berserk doesn't try to justify any of the evil stuff.
It knows that was just a bad thing that it showed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's trying to tell a specific thing. You know, these people are all hiding their evils and all this shit, and there's this really nasty evil going on.
Yeah.
There's actually a really cool video I watched about the symbolism behind the violence of Berserk. That was pretty neat, and they pretty much went into talking about how with Guts and his crew, you get the blood sprays and all that stuff, and like the violence is beautiful in that one. But then you get to like the church and other things like that, and it's brutal and disgusting. And the idea is
anytime someone makes a deal with non-humans and
definitely,
it's always bad.
And that's totally on purpose, bro. Like
exactly.
Those 2 differences there, that is totally on purpose. It's so that you notice it, and so you start thinking, why was that different? And you start thinking, how is it different? Oh, that's more disgusting. You associate the disgust with all the stuff around it, like you said, you mentioned the church,
right?
And that's all for a reason, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I'm baffled that anybody could read Berserk without I didn't read it spoiled at all. I had no spoilers.
Good.
I can't believe anybody could read that story and not know right away that Griffith was going to be a monster. Like some people did not think that was the case. Like he's just a good guy. He's doing his best, and he's maybe a little cold. But I'm like, no. Like even the way it's drawn gives hints to that. Like right away.
Well, you get the first chapter, like the first thing is in the period of time after the Golden Age, where
it shows it, but some people didn't even catch that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who didn't even notice that. Yeah.
If there was any foreshadowing early on, or like symbolism that might like indicate that, like a Darth Vader shadow moment kind of thing.
Oh, plenty of that. Plenty.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like even if you miss that's Griffith in the beginning, it should be like he'll have a look, and like Murata or whatever his name, the mangaka,
right? He
knows how to draw human expression very uncomfortably well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like almost every bad thing someone does is foreshadowed by a look that tells you pretty much exactly what they're going to do, and it's And honestly, I think the art being as good as it isn't only worthy of praise for it being good art. It's because I think the story would be hard to get. It's so dark; it'd be hard for some people to get into if it wasn't so brilliantly drawn.
Oh, agreed. Definitely.
Yeah. Can you imagine like if he was like one of the like most mangaka kind of people, like started off okay, but it wasn't quite to his peak yet, and like trying to read the early part of the story, like with him effing the demon, like the whole thing, and it's just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would
not
feel
good
like
art
a
on
cheap
top of
story
it,
or something. Yeah,
it wouldn't work quite as well.
The art is probably the thing I hear the highest praise of with Berserk. I hear about the art more often than I hear about the story. But the story is
fantastic, though.
Yeah, the story's pretty up there. Yeah. But the art's iconic, right?
Yeah.
Have you not seen it?
Oh, I watched a little on Netflix. I haven't been able to dabble in the actual manga.
Which version did you watch, by the way?
I watched multiples. I was trying to get into Berserk. This was years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
the classic one is best.
It might have been. I think I watched two different ones, and they were pretty different.
Yeah. So you get the classic one, the Egg of the King one, which is the movies, isn't too bad. So they brought in things that they left out of the manga in the Egg of the King movies. So that's good to watch just for that part, but they cut out other things from the original anime. Plus, the animation is not quite as good. And a lot of people hate 2016, that one.
Because it looks like hot garbage.
I know, it's wonky. And like the first three episodes they sucked. But after that, it was almost exactly from the manga, which I appreciated. And it was a little bit you actually got to see from post-Eclipse Berserk, which
that's a lot of bonus points is if it follows the manga, like you said.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of people like the original Full Metal Alchemist more than they like Brotherhood,
right?
And like I understand, like they like the tone and they like some of the stuff, like. But for me, Brotherhood will always sit on top of that. Like, will always, it dominates in the competition between those two, in my opinion.
I believe Brotherhood is one of the highest rated shows of all time.
It is. Last I checked, it on every legible traffic site. It has been pretty much.
Yeah,
and it's one of my favorites personally. I really do love that one.
IMDb has it listed as like top. Like you look at all movies and it's like up there. Like all of a sudden, boom! There's an anime, Full Metal Alchemist. All
of a sudden, Japan.
Yeah.
Oh man! But Andy, if you haven't seen Berserk, like the manga itself.
Well,
do yours look and see if there's a deluxe edition somewhere, and just flip through a page.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's shocking how good some of the art is. Like personally, there are some others of this like seinen kind of manga that I think are even done a little bit better. Like Vagabond, I think the art there it's less brutal, but it's even more detailed in my opinion. And
never heard of that one.
Oh, Vagabond?
Yeah, no.
It's about a wandering samurai, and he's look it up. It's it's detailed as shit, dude. It looks
all right. I'll look into it.
Yeah.
No, I probably owe it to myself to pick up some copy of Berserk.
Definitely.
one at least even if it's just one issue or something at one point. But I got a lot of Iron Age stuff I got to get through.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Fun
trying
stuff.
to put together a stream with Evelyn right now. We're planning on covering Iron Age comics and or a couple of books, but we've talked, and like we might even try some BD, like bande dessinées and some manga at some point down the road, but that we want to initially cover mostly Iron Age stuff.
Fair enough.
It'd be cool to see you guys doing a regular thing. It'd be sweet.
Well, he brought up a good point. He's like, yeah, no, like with a lot of the other guys, everyone's like it kind of brings like this calmish energy, and it's cool, or it's like contemplative and interesting. And he's like, you and I, we don't really have it. I'm like, yeah, but he's like, you know what we do have? We have energy. I'm like, yeah, we do.
You'd be cornering an audience, cornering a market for sure.
For sure.
Like you said, like the closest thing would be Royce, right? But like he's kind of got, like it's different with him. I don't know. He's got, like you said, a little bit more like
he has some showmanship a little bit. Yeah.
And by the way, on the subject of One Piece, Royce is in there. He never told any of us that he went and worked for Netflix on One Piece. That's why he hasn't been talking about it, because he signed an NDA as the clown.
Huh.
Royce is the clown. And you can listen to 10 seconds of him talk when he's acting, and you realize that without the makeup, we know that it's you, Royce.
I can't talk about it, guys, but there's something coming.
Well, that's why he's deflecting it. He's like, "Oh, I know everybody says it's good, but like, I can't watch it yet. I'm not gonna watch it yet. It's never been my thing, because I kind of got paid to be an actor in it. So
yeah. It's a whole thing, yeah.
I tried to.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. What?
Oh, his wife's out of control too. Now she wants a giant bull with giant horns, not just a goat. And
it escalated. It leveled up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, now you want like a 3,000-pound animal, not like a 40-pound animal.
She's gonna ask for an Irish elk by the end of it. Just this 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide monster.
No, she'll be asking for a freaking mythical creature, something that doesn't exist.
I mean,
really good news.
Somebody's got a dragon. I'm gonna go for it.
What did you guys just talk about? I missed that. What?
I'm saying I want a dragon.
Oh yeah.
Kahunas, pences, and buttholes.
Yeah.
That's the post title of the stream.
Kahunas, pences, and buttholes.
Stranger buttholes.
Stranger buttholes.
It'll turn your world upside down now.
On strangers' ties.
There you go. Yeah, never mind. You don't need to know. Should I get my 4th glass of milk?
She's so cute when she's tired. You should get your 4th glass of milk, because mood juice is good for you.
I've been holding in a fart, just waiting to get into bed with you.
My hero.
Just kidding.
I see why you fell in love. No.
This is the kind of language she was using when we first met.
You're like,
and I was hooked.
I talked about how my tailbone got adjusted. They put fingers up my butt and cranked it back really hard, and it hurt. It was traumatizing.
Fucking what? That worked?
No,
I didn't.
No.
They made me do that and epidural injections over and over, and because you have to fucking try everything else for a year before they even do surgery. So they make you fucking...
Yeah, they force you to do that.
Yeah, and then it's like only a couple chiropractors in the state will do it, and so one didn't take insurance, and it was expensive, and I couldn't afford it, so I had to go to a college, and people were like watching and shit to learn.
Oh,
yeah,
lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, a group of people watched someone put their fingers up my butt and crank it back, and it was the pain from that is like the most intense pain, like PTSD type shit. It was fucking.
It sounds like a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Yeah. Literally, yeah. Because like her tailbone was 90 degrees.
Pointed inward.
So bad.
Yeah.
Ow.
It wasn't good. It was dislocated, like completely.
That's why it would be traumatizing. I get
That's why I'm in pain for the rest of my life, though, because it it connects like all of your muscles in the front wrap around and connect to that. So like I get what they call snapping hip now, and like my tendons rub on my bones weird. So I have hip problems. My tailbone area hurts all the time. My lower back, my SI joints. I'm just going to forever be in pain. It's intractable pain. And so now I have a new pain clinic, and it's frustrating because there are like the ketamine doctor, if I go that route, she was amazing and she made me feel really validated, and she knew how severe of a and serious of an operation it is and how much it affects you, you know. And then this young doctor just doesn't get it at all, and she's like, well, let's try injections and physical therapy. And it's like, no amount of physical therapy or injections or RFA or anything is gonna fucking solve this. I will forever be in pain. So when a doctor doesn't understand that, and she's trying to like fix the problem that you can't fix,
Yeah.
and instead of admitting like, okay, you need medicine to be able to function, like let's figure out what medicine's going to help you best. Instead of focusing on that, they're giving me a little bit of medicine and then just like scheduling me for all these images that I've already had and PT and injections and all the shit I've already had that doesn't work. And it's like, I've just been doing that for years now, and you're not understanding.
Yeah. It's something that won't go away, and they're acting like there's some sort of like procedure to discover how to make it go away, and it's like, no, you don't understand. She's missing her tailbone.
Yeah, and she even said like, oh, we have to, like, our goal here is to figure out what's causing the pain and stop that, so that way we can wean you off the medicine. It's like, you guys need to be giving me like 6 times the amount of what you're giving me right now, not wean me off of this amount, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad. Like, no one wants to be. It's just a really hard thing, because I've made people really, really make me feel like a fucking addict or a junkie. But it's like, I can't stand.
There's certain levels of pain that are hard for people to comprehend.
It's like unbearable. I can't stand for any amount of time without wanting to die, essentially, because it feels like there's a fucking knife in my spine, a knife in my tailbone, in my hips. Like, sometimes I can't even put weight on my legs because my hip pain is so sharp. And it's a struggle.
I've had pain like that in brief spurts for a couple of times, but not constant, like you're not unending and constant like you're talking about. It's only been for brief periods of time where I've felt anything close to that, and it's just it's a different deal. It's like so many people I know complain about their back, and then they talk about some things they've had to do, and like, oh, my disc was getting a little was under a lot of pressure. I'm like, my dad has 2 burst discs and he still does everything that he does. How are you retired?
Yeah.
It's all relative though. Like for any tough person you meet like someone who's like, they know someone who's tougher than they are.
Well, it's hard. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I don't ever like want to be the person. I know what it feels like when like people can't see my pain and they, assume that it's not as, because I'm not like crying constantly and laying down and like sometimes, but like I never would want to be like telling somebody that. I don't know. I just know what it's like, and I don't want to like say that your pain isn't as bad as mine, because it's not every day, or it's not as bad or anything like that. I never would want people to feel that way, because it's really hard either way.
Oh yeah, everybody feels pain differently. Literally, there's people who go like years without seeing the doctor, and then they finally go in for a checkup, and the doctor's like, are you okay, bro? And they like show them an x-ray, and like something is fucking healed in their bone or something because they just manned up or whatever, or like just never noticed.
That's gonna be me in like 10 years when I take me in. They're like, we need to like put you under or something. Like, you're fucked.
I feel like the same way.
You got this thing lodged in your brain, man.
You have kahunas all over.
Yeah, you're infested with kahunas.
How do you drag those kahunas around? My doctor, she was just like blown away. She's like, wow, I've been in the OR and ER for over 25 years, and I have never seen anyone that actually has had a coccygectomy, which is the tailbone removal surgery. So she was just
they
like
really need to rename
blown away.
that.
Yeah, that's a tricky name.
Well,
for
yeah,
sure.
she was just like blown away about it, and it made me feel really good. I mean, it feels amazing to be validated after people treat you like a fucking
Right.
drug seeker and drug addict. And it's like, oh, it's just really, really tough how I've had people treat me about it, you know? And I've gotten to the point where sometimes I'm like, you know, I've told doctors to their faces, like, you're damn right I'm fucking seeking drugs. They're pain, like, for the intended use. Like,
Right.
I'm in pain. These are to relieve pain. They help. Why the fuck is it a problem that I'm asking for them or seeking them? Like, of course I am. I'm in fucking constant agony, and that's not okay. I can, you know, there's a lot of times where I had, you know, I got to change the baby, and you can ask Andy. I have him lift the baby for me and put him on the bed all the time because it hurts for me to do. Like, it sucks not being able to pick up my own son and, you know, not struggle with that. So I don't want to turn this into talking about my pain. Sorry.
No, you're
That's
completely good. Yeah. But anyway,
Well-
now that that's done, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
I totally get that. It sucks, man. It's hard for people who, like, I've seen people like my dad when he was having some of his back stuff. He was like, can't sleep, can't walk.
Yeah.
And normal pain relievers don't do a freaking thing, and he's just trying to not live in agony every moment of the day, and is just like, oh yeah, it's
Is
rough.
he still dealing with that?
Not so much now. He's done a few things that have really helped him, and he's shorter than he used to be after 3 back surgeries, because he had one when he was younger when he burst a disc in his lower back, which is pretty rough, and then he had another one with a burst disc, and they went in, and then they botched the surgery, and they had to do emergency surgery 14 hours later, and it got him all messed up. But that's nothing. His best friend, like, we had a family of best friends. Like, their oldest was my best friend, and like the daughters were best friends, and Terry and the whole thing. And like my dad's best friend Terry, he has, I won't say his last name. He should have died medically 27 times.
Wow.
He has 27 stories that are worse than almost any story most people have ever heard about, like near death, kind of like should have died kind of thing.
That's another thing I did research on, by the way.
Hold on, what's wrong with him?
But go on.
Oh, nothing. He's been in accidents his entire life.
Yeah.
Like, he was in a car that went 14 or 6? No, it was like 16 feet up a telephone pole because it hit it going 83 miles per hour. The part of the engine went through his side, and then another time they were at the motorcycle track. My dad was here for this. He launched, and he landed flat on his back after a 100-foot jump, and the bike handlebars landed on.
Just like that.
Landed right on his chest, handlebar first.
Dude, that was like live action. That was awesome.
I know.
It was 4D. I could feel it anyway.
Yeah, dude.
And so my dad takes him in. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you pause your story, talk about something else, and come back to it when I come back?
Okay, so there's another time he pulled off his finger.
Talk about Kahuna.
He pulled his finger up.
He pulled.
Talk about
his
them
finger
Kahuna.
Damn, dude.
So he was working low hanging, slapping your knee kind of kahunas. It's a good time.
Just dangling between your leg kahunas. The greatest kahunas. Better kahunas than China.
I want you to call me
Russia.
Big D. Call me Big DK, because Donald first, Big D, then K for kahunas. Donkey Kong, he don't know shit.
Dude, I feel like if we get tired enough, we could start the stream there and just do Donald Trump impressions
Oh, the whole time. Yeah.
until we can't function anymore. That sounds awesome. Oh, you're so
That
sweet.
one's yours.
Thank you for the drink again.
You're welcome, beehole.
What?
Cheers to that.
Oh, anyway.
CA
But yeah,
Pence.
no. Oh yeah.
Oh,
no, go
sorry.
ahead.
Yes,
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
that's my name.
Yeah. I was just going to ask if you had any near-death experiences.
Uh,
But if Kahuna has a little extra thought quick.
No.
I mean-
I have endless slots. So let's
Oh.
Pence, let you get going.
Oh, gotcha.
not really. I mean, most of my experiences are there's a poisonous animal that I'm dealing with, kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Nothing like crazy. where
Is
that's
it
getting-
mostly snakes?
Well, we got snakes. I mean, I'm in the middle of the desert, so you got all the nasty stuff. You got, I mean, snakes.
You guys have those
spiders.
big old centipedes out there too, don't you?
I've never seen any.
Oh, okay. Lucky.
Got wind scorpions. I know a lot of people don't like those.
Wind scorpion?
I think people refer to them as camel scorpions too.
Ooh.
Oh, camel
Camel-
spiders. Like
Camel
that?
spiders, yeah, that's what it was.
You guys have those in Arizona? Are you kidding
In
me?
Arizona?
You know, it's like little small ones though. They're not like that
Okay.
big.
Oh, they're not the big old boys, right?
Nope, they're not the big old boys. We do get tarantulas though. I was seeing those things.
Oh, those things are cool.
Transporter.
really are.
What?
Tarantulas.
Transporter tarantula?
No, just tarantula.
Just tarantula.
Yeah.
I don't know
it's
why I
not-
heard transporter. I'm
it's
like
like-
Jason
it's-
Statham tarantula.
Yes,
He's like,
totally.
hey, get on! It's my fucking road. Get off.
I need the crank.
I did kind of have a story like that with badgers though.
With what?
Badgers.
I've seen. I didn't know we had badgers out here, but
Oh.
one
okay.
day I'm driving home. I'm driving to work or something like that. I don't even remember. And there's just a mother badger and a baby badger crossing the road. And there's
Oh, sure.
a little small area, this small road with fences on the side. And, I slow down. Obviously, I don't want to run them over. Mama
Yeah.
gets off the side of the road, but the baby just sits there.
Oh.
And I'm sitting here staring down a baby badger, and I'm like, I need to get to work. I can't just sit here and wait for the
Yeah.
damn badger.
Can
So,
you imagine trying to tell your boss that?
It's Pence.
yeah, I can't come into work as a badger.
Also has a second name. It's Kahunas.
So I have my windows down.
He's telling us a story about the badgers, babe.
Yeah,
He's staring down a baby badger right now.
staring
when
down a
he
baby
started saying
badger.
it.
Yeah.
I was
He-
about to
he-
look up
He
big
whipped
old-
out his
Never mind.
kahunas, intimidated it.
So I got the windows down
Look
because
at
it's
me,
Arizona.
bro.
It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Clean your glasses.
And I just decide I'm just gonna try to get around the damn thing.
Mhm.
So as I'm driving around really slow to make sure I don't hit it, I'm hearing,
Mhm.
A
Oh,
cat?
man.
I'm like, what the fuck is
A motor?
that?
What?
And as I'm driving away, I'm looking,
Oh.
sitting in the middle of the road, kind of looking. I think the damn thing attacked my tires.
Oh,
What was it?
A
It was
badger.
badger.
In Arizona. I didn't even.
Was
know
that the
they had
mother?
those there.
No, it's the baby. The mother was sitting off to the side looking at the kid like, what the fuck are
the
you
baby
doing?
wasn't having it.
You guys,
No.
I saw an armadillo in real
Armadillo?
life in Florida, and I almost crashed my fucking car about it. I was so excited. I was like, "Ah, fucking armadillo!"
Did you know is it them?
They curl up and roll.
No, I might be thinking of something else, like a possum. But I
An
think
opossum.
Yeah, it's opossums.
An
Opossums.
opossum.
Which
They're
just
not
call them
possums, they're opossums.
no,
We
that's
just call
what-
them possum here.
Same.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
we
that's
do too, but it's not
that's
right.
like some glitch in the matrix stuff. It's actually just possum.
I've never seen an O before the possum part, so I'm not
Yeah, me
I'm not
neither.
sure where that came from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a 2016 thing. I don't know.
That's probably a Mandela effect thing.
That's what I was thinking of.
Maybe.
Oh, but they eat a bunch of wood ticks.
Wood
those are-
ticks.
Oh, didn't
Yeah.
eat the deer tick that fucking almost took my life.
So we need more of them. We need more
Yeah.
possums.
They also have like a serum that makes them almost immune to poisons, which is kind of cool.
That
They're just big gray rats, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
they'll eat wood ticks, but they carry horrible diseases. That's
Right.
the other
That-
thing.
they're immune to them. That's the cool thing about the serum. They're
and
immune to
like,
everything.
They have them
Like
too, so-
every part of the animal kingdom needs that one animal that can just freaking
Yeah.
go ham on anything and not get sick. Like sharks
Oh.
are like that in the ocean.
Right.
You got possums, you got vultures. Every area needs something like that.
We got the
Around
whole
here
lot
you have me, and I do my job.
See a possum, needs to look, smell, and feel dead. Like it literally smells dead and stuff when it's playing possum. Like it'll like curl its lips back, like it's rotting or something, and like stick its tongue out. It's crazy. It
I
tries to
want to
look.
know the person that had to sniff them to find that out.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like the way the animals like.
Oh.
Oh, we lost a kahuna. Damn.
No.
No. Oh, I'm lost. No. It's like I saw a video of like a coyote confronting a possum,
Okay.
and the possum played dead, and it was like sniffing it a lot, and like even a heightened senses of a dog, like couldn't see through that this creature's clearly still alive, even though it's just like laying there. So that means there had to have been some scent stuff going on, you know.
Right, right.
And like dogs can smell cancer, bro.
I know.
So that's insane.
Dogs are basically walking noses.
Yeah, that's
The
what they
brain's
are.
designed to do that.
That's so crazy to think about too. It's so true. And like, yeah, possums can fool them because this coyote just kind of took a piss on it and walked away.
Jeez.
Where is Kahuna?
He dropped out.
Why?
Our kahunas are up?
Can't he? His Kahuna's weighed him down.
I'm guessing it was laser satellite, you know, technology.
Freaking
That-
lasers.
Yeah, those lasers that they're talking about over Hawaii, whatever that was. I missed that conspiracy theory altogether.
I
all of a
didn't
sudden
hear
people-
that one.
Yeah. All of a sudden, people are like mentioning lasers. I'm like, wait, what? Why do you think that? What? Just because there was a fire?
Yeah, because all fires are started by lasers. You didn't know that?
Must be. Definitely not a dumb human. Definitely not dumb people. And you know, on the volcanic islands, you know, it couldn't
yeah.
have been anything else.
Yeah, not a volcano.
Is he
Yeah.
coming back? Did he have a random naked lady walk in and he's like, oh, gotta go?
Maybe.
Like, what's happening? I
Yeah.
don't know why my mind went there. Hi, Orcus. What do you want?
Well, it's because it's Kahuna, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if he comes
Well,
back,
he had his boobies out, so maybe he was waiting. Orcus, come on,
man.
dude. What? Come here.
This has been a goofy one, but a fun one
Come on.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. Sure.
It's always gonna be goofy if I have anything to say about it.
I wonder
And
what-
really immature and stupid. Like, I sing to so many of Andy's songs, and I just like make up lyrics about poop and flushing toilets and shit constantly.
Yeah,
It's like all I do. It's really stupid.
I thought
I don't
of-
know how. I don't know why he's married to me. Come here, dude.
I thought of a thing. I know what happened.
Orcus, come on.
Kahuna's phone died. That's what I'm
Oh.
guessing. Yeah,
Could be.
that's why he's not back right away because it's literally got to turn back
You're
on.
such a butthole.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You got a big rope.
Luckily, I'm doing
tail.
this on the Beast the game, so I'm good.
Oh, I thought you were saying on the beach at first. I'm like, why
No, I said the Beast
That's
the
awesome.
games. I basically it's my gaming computer. They sent me the wrong case for it, so I got a server case. So the thing's huge.
Nice.
Oh, huh. That's sick.
Wait,
Yeah.
what state are you in again? Why can't I never remember?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you hear the dog groan?
Yeah, these
He
dogs.
wants us to go to bed. He's a sleepy boy.
Yeah.
I got your
We'll let Kahuna come back and then we'll wrap up here. So
Sounds good.
yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody, you know, what you've been working on, where they can find you, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
Epic
yeah.
shit.
So right now I'm working on Dark Fantasy. It's Shadows of the Argent Tower.
Hmm.
So
yeah.
it's basically a magic world that advanced to modern technology.
Nice.
Oh, and type everything out too so we can pull it up on screen for people if you would.
Okay, yeah.
Shadows of Argent. I can actually search while you're talking, maybe too.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah.
Pretty much right now it can be found on Twitter at CA Fantasy or CA Pence Fantasy,
Nice.
and my website is asdenstudios.com. And I can type that in.
Yeah, I think I have it in the.
Oh, he said phone died. I couldn't find to touch its charger.
Oh, tell him to hop back in and chill. What was I gonna say? What did you say? You were gonna put something in the chat? Oh no, I put your website on the description too.
Oh,
but you
okay,
can toss it in the chat and I'll share it too.
Okay, yeah,
For
I'll
sure.
jump into the chat and send that then.
So it's dark fantasy, you said, and it's like advanced to modern day. So it's like not urban fantasy, not like urban dark, but like
I mean, it kind of crosses the line where it's almost kind of like urban fantasy, but urban fantasy tends to have a lot of that. This magic is in a world like ours, but it's hidden, and you know, that kind of stuff. This is more the technology's built off of the magic.
completely ingrained.
Yes.
in society. Cool. I like that. It's a good take because oh, there we go. It auto-corrected your name.
My name?
Yeah.
What did autocorrect to?
I said Shadows of Argent Tower, C.A. Pence, but I'm tired, so I spelt your last name wrong.
Oh.
And it was like, that's not right. This is
You
C.A.
spelled it
Pence.
penis.
Yeah, I spelt it penis. It's just always on my mind, you know. What can I say?
Penis like PENEC. Penis.
No. Yeah. Penis.
Penis. It's a peens.
Penises.
Peenies.
All right, I am about to toss.
Love that. Penises.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm so sorry.
Boom! It's in the chat now. People can find your book right there. I think.
It's
I
amazing.
did the right thing.
Go pick up 200
See
copies.
Author.com.
Yep. I think I need to update that.
This is the first thing that popped up, bro.
That's fair.
It
All right.
auto-corrected to this. Well, is this okay?
No, that's
I
good.
can-
Good.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. What was I doing? Right. So yeah, are you? So you said you're still working on it. So it's like
Yeah, still in
work in
editing right
progress.
now.
Okay, cool.
And then I actually already have the second book complete. I just need to edit that one too.
I told him to come back on and show, and that you were showing now, and then yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that? What was that last part again?
Oh, so I have the second book actually already written, so I need to edit that one as well.
Oh, cool. So they're like 1 and 2 are both in editing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's cool.
This would be cool if I didn't have a giant reflecting
Oh,
weird
cheeks.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like weird butt cheeks.
Sometimes the artists sneak a butt in there. It's all right. Some side boob.
Sometimes. It's not all right when it's hideous like this and unnecessary.
It's kind of the focus
it
too.
kind of ruins the photo though.
Yeah.
It just is like, what the fuck? Like everything's so beautiful, and then there's a weird shiny,
Weird shiny butt.
about to burst butt.
You
It's
need
like,
your
what the
butts
fuck?
full to bursting.
No, come on. Look at how awesome this picture is, but it's got like a stupid ass butt. Like
Oh, okay, that one.
you can't see all the detail, but it's like really colorful and really awesome. The photo is. That's like stupid shiny butt.
Mhm.
It's just
it's a
weird.
butt.
Oh, butt doesn't bother me.
I'm not trying to criticize people too much, but it's like if
That's
it was
great
just like, yeah, but if the blanket thing was like covering the butt and you could like see a little bit of it, it would just make the picture look so much better instead of like drawing your eye right to a really weird, shiny, unrealistic butt. Like what? That's about. It looks like literal balloons, like shiny and you know what the hell. I'm disappointed in people, and that's exactly why people are fucking weirdly obsessed and like sexualize bodies too much. That's the problem.
Well,
Like,
definitely
people have
not
nothing
porn.
else to think about. Yeah, it's definitely not porn, but it's still like, what?
Yep. Yep. Do you have a projected finish time with your book, or you just
Honestly, at the moment, not yet.
just chipping
But
away?
when I'm closer, I'll probably have something.
Oh man, I feel the pain of editing. I'm my full length is currently in editing. I just need to bring myself to do these little bit of changes I need to do, and then I'm gonna send it to Daniel.
Like how 2 characters or 1 character dies twice.
I fixed that.
Oh,
I fixed a lot of it, and it's actually good. The book is actually good to go. I just stubbornly want to fix a few things in the beginning because it's technically not perfect.
there's a few
Good job.
things though that I feel like you forgot to type it or note it what you had to fix, and then you forgot.
I'm sure, but
So we need to do like a full pass of your book together soon.
well, right. Yeah, me, you, and Daniel will probably all end up editing it. It's gonna be a while. I mean, shit. It took a while to edit the book that I put out
Took a
already.
year of tireless work to write it.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
editing is almost like
You
you
did
got to
good.
read it and like make adjustments to individual lines and stuff throughout the entire book with editing. So it's
Right.
like that could almost take just as long.
Right.
It's pretty crazy.
Well, I have
It's-
a faster way to, like, I do sprint, so I write a lot faster with that. I don't know how to do a faster way to edit.
Right. That's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yep.
Because yeah, you could have a crazy 4,000 word day, but I mean, unless you're putting in extra hours with editing, I don't know if it's going to be like the same time to effort ratio.
Right. Yeah.
You know, putting in that many words equivalent of editing might look like twice as much time or something.
Well, some things need more editing, some things need less editing, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's never that exact.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like there's this threshold that you reach where your eyes just start kind of glossing over, and then your brain
Yeah.
just stops picking up on it. It's like, ugh, it
Like,
sucks.
how many times did I read this? Shit.
Yeah, and it looked good the first time. I can't believe I didn't even spell that word right or whatever. You know.
Hey,
Hey
What up,
guys, I'm
man?
back.
Hell
What
yeah.
up?
you're sitting in the darkness.
No, I'm sitting with my old painting in the background. It's completely
Oh.
dark, so you can't actually see it, but it's a good time.
Gotcha.
Still them kahunas.
We were like the FBI gotcha.
We just showed Pence's.
Oh yeah.
Pence
he was
is
fun.
his book.
Pence's.
Yeah. Sounds dope.
The penises.
The penises. We're
Right.
talking about
Are
penises on
you-
this.
Yeah, are
Pence
you
did
done
Pence.
chilling?
Yeah, was there anything else, Pence?
I think that's all I can think of for now. I think we're good.
We'll have you on for
I'm
sure
glad
more.
I'm glad I missed your shill. So it saved me a
What
lot
a
of time. I
dick.
appreciate it.
See how it is. Let's see how it
What a
is.
dick.
It's like, oh, he's talking. I'll be right back. Oh, my phone
Don't be
died.
such a
Crap.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
Such a Pence.
Oh, my turn to show? All right, I'm back. Here we go. Phone's good. What you been working on lately?
Oh,
Big
me?
Kahuna?
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Just
Sorry, I'm tired.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Just trying to do music reactions, videos, trying to do as much content as I can. I'm gonna start gearing
Oh,
up
yeah.
for November. I want to do a lot of writing in November. Do the whole NaNoWriMo thing, if I can
Do the
somehow.
what?
NaNoWriMo.
It's
You
where
try to-
it's where a whole bunch of morons try to write an entire novel in 1 month.
That's not an entire
Oh.
novel.
50,000 words. That's not a novel. It's just not a very
That's-
long one.
Yeah. That's a short full length novel.
Yeah.
It works. Come on, it's just
Yeah.
kinda chill.
It's pretty
Really
crazy
fun
when you
in a
look at
second.
all the division points because you can have like small and large versions of like
Right.
really everything. Like a
Yeah,
small
for sure.
novelette is really just like a short story. But,
Well, like it's like where they choose to divide it up to. It's like I think up to 20,000 words is considered a short story, but that sounds like a really
Yeah, it's a
long
little
short
too
story.
Yeah.
it's a little too long. Yeah.
I think your average short story is closer to like 4,000 to 10,000 words.
Sounds
Right.
about right.
Yeah.
A little
10 is like a max length full or short story.
maximum
So-
length.
Maximum. I mean, unless you want to add another chapter in there, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
That'll make the difference.
now it's a book. So
Yeah. But yeah, man. Just trying to get together. I need to get my computer stuff figured out so I can start doing proper streams on my own and get a computer. Like, cause all like right now, my family situation is like none of the computers here are enough mine that I like. They're just kind of general house computers, and none of them are working. And
yeah.
I need to get my own setup, so I'm trying to get that all figured out.
I hear
It's
you.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's super frustrating. I get it. If you need to know any like behind the scenes stuff, I can help out. But I'm sure you probably know a lot of it already. Plus, you know a lot of the same people I know, so like that's where I learn.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you enjoy my? Well, I love how on stream this painting looks like a blank black canvas.
It really does.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see if you can actually see it at all if I get closer.
This is my painting of the abyss.
It's a black cat in a storm of black at the bottom of the Black Sea, on a black night.
Which resides inside my heart.
That is also black.
Yes.
It's like the whole like over-explaining something to make it funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got Batman with it.
definitely can't see it.
Yeah, it's just a blank canvas. So you're developing the YouTube channel.
Yeah, been working on that. I have a lot of kind of content I want to do. Like one thing I've always wanted to do and I've been having trouble with is like book reviews. I want to review books. But with most videos, like I can kind of figure out how to film it and how to edit it, but with book reviews, every time I do it, it never comes out the way I want it.
Like as far as editing?
Yeah, editing, like structure, writing. I can't script my videos almost at all. I can have bullet points, but it's just it doesn't come out the way I want it to come out. And I haven't found the key to fixing it yet. So I'm gonna be trying to work and figure that out. But in the meantime, I'll put out some other book content and a little bit more Hawaii stuff, like kind of some after disaster kind of stuff, and yeah, fun stuff like that.
Oh, I totally relate to that.
Wait, are we subbed to your channel?
We should be.
Babe,
I've been
you
trying
gotta
to
sub
I've been trying to
me.
sub to everybody that I think of or
But
find.
do we sub to Kahuna on here?
We should. If we
I
don't,
think so.
What's your YouTube name?
it's the ultimate kahuna.
The ultimate kahuna.
Okay.
Easy marketing for me.
Yeah. Having the same name across everything really helps.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang it! Oh well. Oh well.
Saving and stuff.
Like in Just Friends. Come on, Dusty.
Type whatever you want to show into the chat.
Oh yeah, we'll share whatever link you want to.
I'll just type in my channel name, but yeah, let's see.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, no, originally I was trying to get the YouTube channel going. I was like, the big kahuna, it's taken. And I kept on going through all the kahunas. I'm like, what about the ultimate kahuna? Yeah, let's try that.
I like that actually. It sounds really good.
It's fun, dude. And it's like it's recognizable. I got Neutron board to do the art for the channel, and it makes it pop, and I like it, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Neutron does such a good job.
I know.
Super
And
good
that
job.
It does.
and the thing is, like, if like there's enough good artists in the like in the group that like you can go to him, you could go to Animated Moon, and what's his face, Mr. Mindflayer put together that little thing for you, and Evela is able to do all sorts of bullshit and pretend like he's not talented. He's always like, oh, I can't do anything. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Oh, I know. Like you're the definition of potential and talent, but brother, it's like don't even try to sell yourself short like that.
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
No, I totally know what you mean. Like it's like, no, Evelyn, you can't. We see you.
Or it's like I did that video, like a preview for a reaction. I don't know if that works, but I tried. And I was singing in that. I did a little bit of just like simple singing in that video, and then I posted it, and Gino's like, "Oh, good, he can sing too." I'm like, "Fuck off, I can't sing." But
hey,
I wanted to set you guys up with disappointment so that when the real song comes on, you're excited.
That singing is like half confidence, man. Like, you ever hear somebody who's singing terribly, but like they're just so confident about it, it works.
Well, it's like dancing. Yeah, that's what I used to do the same thing with dancing. I wasn't very good, but I had heft and I had part. Heft and heart. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Confidence, you just get in there. There you go.
Like
Kahuna. God,
There you
Yeah,
go.
Ultimate
There you go.
Kahuna. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, good. Keep on thinking my phone's about to die again.
We're not
Not yet.
subscribed. See?
now we are.
Now we are.
Your video
Unless-
just went like a
Are we
kind
on
of horror
go?
movie just before you die,
Oh,
kind of
wait.
thing. You know,
You
can be on your
transmitting and suddenly,
Yeah,
oh, hold on, my phone's fucking. Ah!
It's like you see a hand start reaching out of the black painting. Yeah, I mean, and
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
the
Oh
last.
man,
He was never seen again.
no, low key
No,
Kahuna.
we're
I've
on
been kind
Pritchard
of
Pub, babe.
watching your screen while we've been streaming, just because like we watch too many ghost videos over here. So
That's almost the direction I went with my stories today too.
yeah. Oh
Because-
man, it would have. Yeah, you're talking to the right people. Like,
Okay, so those might be stories for another stream, but those are
yeah,
there's something.
it'll
man.
consume the stream. Yeah, big time.
for sure. My cousin and I, we've both seen some weird shit.
Oh, damn it!
Man, you
I knew I should have
really
asked you about ghosts.
lower your volume. Seriously.
Earlier was like, wake up, Andy. Now it's like, no, quiet, shut up.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like it gets really. I get really bad tinnitus and shit with the medication I'm on, and like after a while, like it gets like sensory overload so bad. And we also hear our echo really loud in our mic. If you guys are
Oh, yeah,
loud
yeah.
enough for us to hear, so it's like it really sucks.
But I suppose we should wrap this up anyway. It's getting kind of late. So.
Yeah, so I subbed to you under Pritchard Pub because we weren't, and now I'm doing it on my personal account too.
Do you want to
Yay.
shill anything, babe?
Pence, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but I'm not really doing anything with it yet, so I got to figure out what I want to do with it.
All right, let us know when that time
Yeah.
comes. For
So
sure.
so Pence, you gotta pick a spot in the market. What you gotta do is you gotta do Iron Age lotions and just a video of you over rubbing lotions on your belly while looking at the camera. No dialogue. That's it.
No, it rubs the lotion on its skin.
Then it gets the hose again.
And
It's
it
a
gets
double
the hose
feature.
Andy gets the hose again. Yeah.
Oh,
Andy
Andy
gets-
gets the
I'm just too tired.
Andy
Oh, no.
gets the hose again. Dropped it again.
Almost.
Oh, no.
Almost, dude. I can't. That's a problem with freaking wired headphones. So ghetto, man. Actually, yeah. If I had wireless headphones, I could have had my phone plugged in like half the time, and it would have
Oh,
fixed the problem.
It happens.
It's all right. I just missed Pence talking about his book. I'm sure it's not important.
oh yeah, no, not at all. Thanks.
No, it was awesome. Honestly, we should have spent a little bit more time talking about our projects, but we were just having fun, man. This is
Yeah,
great.
no, there's
Oh
always
yeah, we were
good
just
things.
we were just bullshitting for like an hour while I was wearing that stupid horse mask, and then like for 2 hours,
Feel
like 2
so
or 3
bad
hours
about
after.
that.
Oh, dude, it was all good, but like I didn't even tell you how bad it was, dude, because like I'm breathing, and it's like there was like a puddle of like just
No.
like
Condensation.
yeah, condensation building up in the nose of that freaking.
No.
Jeez.
It was
I'm
so
sorry.
bad.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's funny, man. I subject myself to pain.
It
'cause
didn't
it's
even
fun.
sound like you were wearing anything.
I know it sounded pretty good.
That's
Alright.
crazy.
I know. I'm like, I hope they can't tell, but then I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Totally couldn't.
They're gonna be like, "What? You sound weird. Are you wearing a mask?"
Yeah. No, and then all of a sudden we're chilling for like already a half an hour, and you're like, man, I can't wait to take this off.
Yeah, I'm like,
What have you been
whoa,
wearing?
man,
so
whoa.
And Andy leaned forward, like, excuse me.
long? Yeah, excuse me.
Dude, how much are you gonna get so loud in my ear?
All right, we'll wrap this up. You can find me on Amazon at amazon.com/author/AC Pritchard. You can find me on Twitter at x.com/A_C_Pritchard. My debut novel is Mortal Descent. Pick it up. The proceeds pay for the comic, which is also on the way.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see that.
You can find me on crabbybitch.com.
What? Where do you can find her at Moonzilla on Tarot. Or sorry, Moonzilla Tarot on Twitter. Because I can't talk, I'm tired.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, KD, I'll need to have you explain like tarot to me sometime because I have no idea what that whole thing's about.
I would love
So-
to. I plan on making a playlist for the serious interviews I'm gonna do, which will be not streaming, just like actual uploads. And then I'm gonna do some tarot, explaining it a little bit, what it means to me, going through the basics. So I'm making a list on like talking points and stuff like that.
Cool.
So, but yeah, I'd love to explain it to you, and I'd love to have both of you on more casts. I had a lot of fun. You guys are great to hang out with.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh, yeah.
Super appreciate you guys coming on tonight.
Yeah. He's,
So-
I know it's a little weird like trying to stream when like he's in one room, I'm in the next, and it's like we can't be too loud. It's
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
I tend to get carried away and laugh, and the baby's like sleeping in the room right behind.
oh no.
Oh boy.
That's all right though. He sleeps like dad, so he's unconscious.
Orcus,
Oh, that's
dude.
a dog. I forgot
Yeah.
about the dog. I'm like, what is that sound?
Yeah, dude. He just like cries like a little baby.
For a
Oh,
second,
poor
I
baby.
thought it was Pence. I was like, what? Are you okay?
Oh yeah. My stomach.
Maybe-
It's time
It
for
is
food.
Pence.
Yeah, that's his stomach.
Dude.
All right,
Come
guys.
here, what
It's
is
been
your
good.
fucking problem?
We'll get you on a future stream.
Yeah,
Definitely.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Just keep it going.
See you in the morning. Let's sleep for like 2 hours and meet back here.
Back in an hour and a half. We'll keep it going.
Sounds like a
Come on,
plan.
Orcus. Get the
All
fuck
right.
over
Yeah.
here
Right,
then.
you
You're
guys.
pissing me off.
Alright.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
God bless, guys.
Have a
Good night.
Really, you're gonna end it when I'm like pissing me off.